so no one has heard anything this whole time.
So no one heard our stupid laughter?
Yeah, sorry. So no one had heard anything, but that's fine. I had it muted because I was recording something the other day. My bad. Should be
No one heard our laughter or the gorilla fucking jokes. That
No one heard us very, in detail, graphically describe fucking a gorilla for like 5 minutes. That's what we were doing, guys.
That's exactly what we were doing.
Yep. We were just talking about gorilla fucking.
Yep.
Turn it back off.
Turn it back off. Turn it back off.
Careful what you wish for.
So I'm just gonna go ahead and start the 2 cutscenes that got cut off last time. If you're for some reason watching on YouTube, you already saw these.
Before you start, I'm having trouble finding the stream. Could you link to the stream real quick?
Okay, sure. I mean, ideally you. You're
We're
watching me on
gonna be
Steam.
watching on your...
You guys have you guys not joined yet?
Oh,
Sorry, no,
yeah.
you haven't. My bad.
Watch on Twitch.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry.
Here, you guys can do that while I start the cutscene up. I will start the cutscene and then we will figure that out. This should be the right one.
I was just wanting to pull up the chat, but I don't see the video anywhere, so I'm a dumb.
Oh, you know what? That's not gonna work. Hold on. Shoot. Stop it. I'm sorry. I'm ruining it. Let me link you guys that, and then, whoop. And then if you guys can join my Steam stream, you too.
Yeah.
And while you're joining, I will play it. There we go.
We'll see what's going on here.
Hello, Ludicrous Monty. Oh, I did it again. I didn't change the game name. Let me do that.
What? Oh, you still got the same stupid name. You haven't changed it.
The name is
get
the
on
same, but I'm streaming creative right now. Oh, the name on Steam is still the same. It's Beautiful Joe to the
Yes.
polls.
Beautiful joke to the polls.
I'll change the game name. There you go.
Yeah,
You guys
I'm
are
sorry.
watching? Nice.
I forgot that we do this through Steam now.
I forgot too, so I didn't tell you to do it.
Father?
Stop downloading games.
Nice cursor.
Oh, you guys can see the cursor.
I just
That's right.
That's all.
But well, I don't know why. Whatever.
Well, now we can voice act over these great cutscenes. I don't got no daddy, Virgil. I do got demon power though. That's
Well, he doesn't
nice.
yet. This is the first time he devil triggers.
Yeah,
Ever.
but he's about to get this demon power.
I guess the key
Don't
was
they know he's half demon?
yes.
Is that what?
Yeah, he know. I mean, he knows that Sparta's his father.
Okay.
I think it's implied that like he didn't really meet his dad ever, but I don't think they ever go into detail about it. So like I don't know. Maybe when he was 3, like there was just a big demon wandering around the house.
Dad, you always do. He's telling like demon dad jokes. I damn to hell, I'm dad. Dad, knock it off. As far as the eye can see.
The chronology is actually. This might surprise you, but the chronology of this is a little confused, especially once we get to Devil May Cry 4, where, like.
Oh, I forgot his anime hair flip.
Yeah, it's a good, because otherwise he'd look just like Dante. Toe to tip, that's a
That
Dante.
would save money on character model.
Now the spell Sparta cast will be broken.
This is very realistic sibling rivalry deal where one brother stabs the other brother in the chest repeatedly with a giant demon sword.
And it turns out
I
the
can't
game's...
count the number of times I had a road trip with my younger brother, and then like he annoyed me, so I stabbed him through the chest.
I see a devil inside you has awakened as
So,
well.
the key, I guess, to his devil trigger awakening was stabbing himself with his own sword.
Wait.
So,
I
like,
mean, he gets stabbed in the first game too. It's kind of
yeah, and then he gets Alistair's devil trigger. So, like, I guess it's just... You either get devil arms by killing the person who's... and turning them into the weapon, or just getting stabbed by it, I guess.
You would think that Dante would just be like, just stab me and get it over with so I can take your power.
Well, well, like, the sword is either like a demonic manifestation of his power, or it's something his father gave him, depending on which part of the game you're looking at.
That's true.
But assuming it's a manifestation of his power, and like it's his devil arm, did he have it when he was a baby? Like when he was
maybe.
3, did he have the sword?
Well, like the 2-second sound clip whenever Dante was remembering his childhood was him and Virgil just laughing like regular ass kids. So were they just demon children with?
Yeah,
giant
they were
demon
having like a
weapons?
birthday. Which is like a really weird. I guess they were raised totally normally until like age 9, and then his mother died, and then they were both like, "Well, time to go kill demons." Because he's like 16 in this game. He's like 18 at most. So like, and he's been killing demons for long enough that he opened up a shop to do it. So,
but he had, but not long enough that he named the shop.
that's true. He hadn't named the shop yet. Hold on, I just need to quickly. I'm set to being streaming creative, which is one thing we're definitely not. So let me just fix that real quick.
This game's pretty creative.
I'm set to being streaming creative.
Where'd you get that manifestation of your demonic power? I got it from my father.
Want to meet that dad?
The demon.
Okay, there we go. And then the next cutscene was.
I slay demons when I pee. There's nothing that weird about me. Anyways. That might be my favorite. That might be my favorite Tim and Eric bit. Anyways.
Let's play as Devil May Cry 2 Dante. Cause
Ooh, that's
why not?
a great idea. You just have without the shirt the whole time.
I mean, I don't want our viewers to get like too hot.
God, what a horrible costume.
Wow.
Right, 2 costume.
Those numbers,
like
that was
he's-
the difficulty in level select screen.
What I don't know who chose the I don't know who chose the groomsmen's uniforms, but they need to be fired. It's just my wife wanted you guys to wear this. I'm sorry. We're going with the red theme.
Yeah, that's literally what he looked like in 2. Like, there's nothing about it.
And
that's good
bored,
in 2.
I guess, is also a
Ooh, we get to see this cutscene again.
Yeah, we also
Yep.
get to listen to this great theme song.
Yeah, this is the main theme. It's good you really like this song, because in a couple of levels, you're going to hear the best version of
Ooh.
Devil May Cry.
So for anyone, Frank had only yesterday discovered the crazy Chocobo song from Final Fantasy
Oh
15
yeah,
too.
I've never heard that.
It's written by the guy who made this music.
Yes, same dude.
I don't know if I've heard it either.
Oh god, I have to do it too.
You might have
Okay.
to play that at some point on the stream.
Yeah. It's really good. It's worth getting muted over.
Looking at this, I'm just really surprised Camilla was not. I keep wanting to say, oh, Camilla, but he said he didn't make this. So
No, he wasn't
I don't know.
involved with it at all.
I believe his spirit haunted it then.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
I mean, like, I don't know. Maybe he snuck in overnight. and like put some stuff in.
Super badass.
And someone's like, "Oh, hey, I really like this cutscene you made last night. It was really good." It's like, "Oh yeah, right." I assume the best version of this song is All Hail Shadow.
Oh my god, the record scratches. Forgot about the record scratches.
How could you forget?
Oh,
Oh,
well.
Hello, hello, Ellie face. It's a whale made of pants. Goodbye, hands whale.
wow.
Denim whale.
Hold on, my stream is... Okay, there we go. Sorry, Steam was downloading things.
Real, comfortable whale.
We did confirm though that is in fact Dante's theme song in Marvel's Capcom 3.
Mm-hmm. Except with
anyone-
more dubstep.
It's even stupider than versus Capcom 3.
That's
which is really
that's
good.
saying something.
Trickster here. That's right. I knew there was something about this level. I need to start with Trickster. But then I switch.
Is it? I'm assuming you're still all tabbed out.
Yeah, you guys are 15 minutes behind, but I just all tap back. And sorry, I was looking at my... I knew there was something, and I actually wrote a note to myself about this stuff. Yep. Okay. I will show that off. Wait, what other thing am I using? We are in rebellion. That makes sense to me.
I like your subtitle for the stream here, aka I ruined the F+'s brand
Yeah.
to talk about video games.
It's done
Pretty
now.
good.
It's ruined. There we go. And
When we
trickster?
last left our hero, he got 2 talking swords that he told not to talk, and they're gonna talk anyway.
Yep.
That makes him upset, and that's really funny.
So now we're inside Leviathan, which is the portal of greed? This might be a time to mention that I believe each one of the 7 main bosses in this game, not counting Virgil, is supposed to represent one of the 7 deadly sins in the same way the enemies are. Like, there's 7 sinned enemies. Except it's a lot. There's a couple that are really obvious, and there's a couple that are, like, forced, and there's a couple that are, like, okay? But Leviathan's one of the ones that's very directly stated because he's actually a portal. No, wait.
This is just like the monster level in Kingdom Hearts.
Enemy? I don't know where it is. But anyway, somewhere it says that this is the portal to the greed world, and there's a special enemy we only fight in this level, that is the greed enemy. But first,
Yeah.
gotta open this door.
I've always found with anything most things when they try and do like a 7 sins theme, there's always at least 1 or 2 sins that are just kind of like, you kind of, good try, but
I mean, I'll say that the main,
A little bit off.
the 7 enemies that we fight, are pretty well themed, but the bosses are not. Like, they couldn't do it with bosses.
Yeah.
The enemies are pretty good, except Lust, which moves quickly and dashes at you. That doesn't really make sense. And
it's hot.
Yeah, that's super hot. What's your deal?
he is pretty
I
sexy.
guess Final Fantasy airship got stuck in the flying whale. How did the boat get all the way to the sky?
Well, I mean, I guess the implication is that it ate a big punch of the city, because there's like whole buildings in the background.
Okay.
But then also like there's like old stuff in there, and there's like, so I guess the assumption is he's been in the human world before, a long time
Ooh, the
ago.
devil's teeter-totter.
Yeah. So here's this secret mission where we need to ride. It's a, if you remember this elevator from before, it's the same thing but harder because everything is devil triggered now. So it's extremely hard to knock them off because devil triggers enemies don't get like knocked away. Here, I'm gonna try it and probably fail. That's fine. Well, I could almost get knocked off right immediately.
So I still like try to Dante wearing like skin-tight sleeves on these.
I don't know, because they were like, what can we do to make this design less interesting? Oh, wow, jeez, they're really all over, huh? I'm gonna walk over here.
Just kind of covered in demons right now. Good.
I've never clustered that bad. Here we go, I should have time. Here we go, Jesus. Okay, so now I'm gonna show the trick. Ideally. Assuming I don't screw it up. It's still a bit hard. This is probably the hardest secret mission to do legit. But the trick is, enemies despawn if you get high enough away from them and they're outside of the camera.
Oh no. We're doing the speedster ramp.
Trying to hop up.
Come back!
Get back here.
Oh shoot!
Like they're not even subtle about it. They just
No,
disappear.
they literally just disappear. Oh, nice. He had one lined up already.
That one makes sense. Oh no. Damn right, oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Let's try not to fall off this time. I could run up the side wall too, but I think that's harder to jump back from.
Get him.
More careful this time.
Sometimes I feel that Dante was designed specifically to win any argument of those, like, who would win in a fight between.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Because just Dante can just do whatever is most badass at the time. That's his main power as a demon.
Yep.
Demon.
There we go.
Just totally just.
God damn it.
Is it that blade in the original release, or is this just the
No, I mean, that's not supposed to happen, but it was definitely, like, a decently known trick. I knew it. I don't know if I got it from Game Facts.
see them disappear.
But like in the original release, did they even like did they just vanish? Just like even when you were still looking at them?
Oh, you mean like not on PC? I mean PC has widescreen, although it's not really supposed to. But you should. I mean, I think seeing as far down as you do is normal. There's not really, oddly enough, there's not really any other place you can exploit that so clearly and visibly. Enemies generally stay spawned in the whole room. I don't know why it happens there exactly, but it does. And I really genuinely think that's the hardest mission otherwise, or maybe I've just never bothered to do it otherwise. Because it's a pain.
It's not a cheese or soup on the floor. I guess the whale's on the soup.
Yeah, oh, that hurts you. It's a damage over time thing, which is super lame when you play the mode that, well, there's a mode where you die in one hit. Very lame. Anyways, so this is sort of a pretty direct riff on the evil underworld from the first game.
Yeah, I got the stupid bridges and whatnot.
Stupid bridges and the flesh things to kill, and here, I'll step in this a bit. You see it draining my health.
Why not? You're not gonna have to fight whatever it was, flesh pile 3 times in a row, right?
Oh yeah.
So now I'm using Gunslinger, and I'm using Artemis, the weapon I got, the gun I got before that I didn't want to show off previously. So I'm kind of bad with Gunslinger. It's probably the only time I'll use Artemis. But it's kind of the best thing about Gunslinger. Artemis ordinarily sucks. It's got a fire, and you hold it down, and it can charge. It can lock on to like 3 shots or 5 shots. I think it starts out with 1, and you can upgrade it to 5. But the normal shot kind of sucks. But the alternate shot, which I'm showing you now, which looks the same, but it can charge onto one person, lock onto one person, and lock on, like, I don't even know, like 12 shots or something as you hold it down. And then when you let go, it fires all of them as orbs, and they all hit it over time. And does a ton of damage and super powerful.
Real Mega Buster! That's what it looks like.
So, like, basically you just want to hold down the style button all the time while you're doing combos, which is really hard to do if you don't rebind the buttons. I tried to rebind the buttons once, and it was the worst thing ever, and I immediately switched them back because I couldn't handle it. It also has 2 other moves with Gunslinger. It's got whatever this move is called, like Sphere or something, and then if you mash during Sphere, you can do Acid Rain, which the more you mash, the more you do. You guys will see in a sec, I guess.
That's true.
Acid Rain does tons of damage. But it's also completely random, so against most enemies, it takes a long time to set up, and it may or may not hit at all. So it's okay, but not great. But it's got a few good uses. And I can't get any closer now. Anyways, the first enemy we'll be fighting here is Gigapede again. I guess he lives in the stomach of this dude.
Parasite.
Got 8.
Oh, we've got the music glitch. This is the music glitch I was talking about.
Where it plays the main menu music and more. So, do you want to explain the music glitch again, or do you want me to do it while you're fighting?
I mean, it's pretty much just like the music doesn't work properly in the PC release at all. If you leave the music has 2 playback modes in the game, and the normal one that the game actually uses is broken in the PC release and causes crashes almost universally. So I had to switch to the other way that the music loops and like change the music engine in an INI file. But it doesn't loop well. Every once in a while you'll hear the music stutter, and that's it looping poorly. And sometimes it doesn't load the song at all, and it goes shit, and it just loads the default song, which I guess is the main menu choral music. It does it a lot if you die and restart in an area. It will do that a lot. So if I ever die and then hit continue, you almost certainly hear me do whatever difficult, intense fight I was doing with.
It's very like Gears of War trailer.
It's a very emotional fight with the replay.
this is my nerd is gonna show here, but they kind of remind me of like it's very Evangelion, where it's like fighting this big ass monster, but some classical music is playing.
Oh, and so these guys are, I think they're greed. I think I've got that right. Let me just double check that, 'cause I actually don't
They
remember.
seem pretty greedy.
They look greedy, right? No, greeds are the dudes who spawn people. They're gluttonic. No. Are they sloth? They're envy. Right, because they couldn't think of what else to do for envy, so they made these dudes envy. All these dudes eat, so I guess this dude... And so that's right, Leviathan's the portal to the world of envy. Anyways, they're pretty, like, they're kind of like the normal dudes. They're a lot like the normal dudes, but they, don't get knocked back. They're really hard to juggle and they don't get knocked back very much. And they literally only show up on this level.
You scared?
That sounds pretty jealous.
You mean envious?
Yeah, sure.
The jealousy ones are... Oh, which one's jealousy? Now you're gonna make me look that up too.
Why is there jealousy and envy? Wouldn't that be the same thing?
I mean, no, there is no jealousy. You're right. Never mind. I'm sorry. I got confused. I just commit all the sins so much I can't keep track, man.
We learned.
Bible, Jesus.
We learned. Yeah, we learned everything I know about the Bible. I learned from Devil May Cry. Where's that Mega 64 video where they go to Sunday school and starts quoting Devil May Cry to children?
Probably exists.
So this is an unusually poetic description. Its greed of orbs will be its undoing. I guess they're trying to tie it into the envy thing. I don't know.
Wouldn't that be greed?
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. I don't know what they're thinking.
See, that's what I'm saying.
We have literally no idea what sin this is. We just know Sin Whale is very simple.
That's what I'm saying. Usually, like, there's always some of the 7 sins that are just like, I don't know. Like in video games, especially, it's like, I don't know. It's, I guess, envious of the main guy, I guess? I don't know.
I would love to have a game where Dante just exclusively fights a cult of people who are pissed off that they're not as cool as Dante.
You're gonna love 4. That's like literally the plot of 4. Holy shit. I kind of had to think about it for a second, but yeah, it is.
Spoilers, poor tax, jeez.
When do we turn this off and start playing?
Yeah.
Anyways, so in that whole room, you might not have noticed, but I didn't get any of the orbs. They got absorbed into this. And now I have the Ignis Fatus? I don't know how to speak Latin. This room's actually really rad, though. I'm gonna take a second to show it off, because I think it's super cool.
Yeah, it'd be Ignis Fatus, yeah, I guess. Fetus. Fed. It'd probably be Ignis
Fatus.
Ignis Fat. It probably would actually be pronounced Ignis Fatus. There isn't actually a lot of inflection in Latin I learned in my Latin class, because I would always pronounce Latin things in like the French inflection, and my teacher would always make fun of me for it.
Ignis Fatus.
Anyways, so I think like we're behind his eye and you can see bits of his brain. I really like the effect they have to like look outside.
That is cool, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, like it's a pretty short loop, but it works pretty well. And it's actually, if you look really closely, this was a lot less obvious in the original version, which had worse resolution. But if you look, you can see that it's actually just a texture that is animated and is scrolling. And it's not actually nothing's moving or rotating.
So are you playing a head game right now then? Stream over.
So unlike the Underworld, this is not really much of a maze. It's pretty linear. There's a couple branches off the side, but they're like, they literally just go to a brief dead end. That one always has a health, and this one originally has a combat educator to get a blue orb, but I've broken it already, obviously.
The Samurai Hitman has it right. It's a Ignis Fatouche. It's a salad. Oh, I love the salad, but the dressing is so spicy.
Oh, it hit me. I dodged that. Anyways, it's another Gigapede. I think they didn't know what to do in this level.
This guy.
This guy just ate a bunch of gigapedes. Hungry.
Going back to the music.
Yeah, it's doing the music here too. Maybe it always does it for this Gigapede fight.
Take this fight to reflect. Think about your actions.
Looks like a hair clip, now I think about it.
It does.
It does!
I didn't realize it was supposed to be the same boss. I thought it was just like a parasite. Because from the front it doesn't look like a whole big worm. Oh, I should also add that you don't need to fight him. You can just run over here. And actually, he can't... If you stand like right here-ish, he can't attack you, but you can attack him. But it's super boring because you pretty much just have to shoot him. I guess I should have done that to show it off, but whatever.
Yeah, now that you said that, Vortex, it totally is like when you take a, like, like when you take a hair clip and like make it go rah 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 rah.
Yeah.
That's like, that's it. That's where they got that monster design from.
And Vortex does do that a lot. Let's be real.
I do, actually.
yeah.
Every time I've ever gotten a hair clip, that is literally...
Oh, me too. Totally. Like, I wouldn't actually have a hair clip myself for me, but like anytime it's like, I don't know, a female or elder would have left it around and be like, oh look, rom nom 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 nom.
Oh, hey, a really fun thing you just saw if you paid really close attention. So, the Agni and Rudra forward charging attack, where you do a bunch of swipes. If you miss the first swipe, you'll just go barreling off into the distance and miss. But if you hit one swipe on a dude, oops, he's not going to do it. If you hit one swipe on a guy, you'll be locked on, and you'll actually, like, follow them. And if you kill that dude, you'll immediately start tracking the next person. So you'll just sort of do a 180 in the middle of your charge and hit the dude behind you.
You're next, a-hole.
Well, I mean, we are in this guy's belly. The a-hole may be next.
I mean, just...
Don't forget about the asshole.
Yeah, don't forget about the asshole.
Don't forget about whale, asshole.
Got a whale of an asshole to tell you, lads. Whale of a tailor, too.
One thing you'll notice is they always give you a time and space statue before a boss fight, so which is nice. This one's like coated in the wall, which is also pretty great. Also, now that I'm looking at it, it's missing some of its textures on the legs there, but that's fine.
That's fine.
That's fine.
It dissolved.
You can't get any closer now, but you actually can. They don't change the description. So this is Leviathan, who is, like, I don't know, he's a boss. Like the way, so he's got two organs on the right and left side, and if you break one of his organs, then he will be left, then his middle thing will be left vulnerable, and you can do lasting damage. And, the left and right organs are, they each have a function. The one on the left sucks up any orbs that get dropped, and the one on the... No, sorry, the one on the left sucks up your devil trigger. The one on the right sucks up orbs that are left around. And
I'm a doctor, I do that already.
if the one on the right sucks up enough damage, he'll do this lasers technique. And if the one on the left sucks up enough damage... No, sorry, if the one on the right sucks up enough damage, he'll do a homing orb ability. So you just kind of have to wail away at them for a while, but there is a secret.
Wail away?
Wail away. These things are so large that they will get hit by the acid rain, like, entirely. So if you do acid rain next one, which I'm going to try and do on the main thing.
That toad flush stats going.
You can just sort of do massive amounts of damage.
I do like that his Nightmare's demon whale scream is a stock woman scream. Spark it up!
Yeah, the things Dante says are pretty good.
Break down. Lift off. Spark it up. Spark it up.
Oh, I almost got him. Wow, he has like no health.
Got him.
Whoa, why did you lock onto that, Dante? What the heck? It's the furthest thing away from you.
He's very interested.
Cried out in fear in this tower.
So do you still have to defeat the other 2 organs then?
No, it's
Oh.
it actually just has a sliver of health left. You'll see in a sec. I'm gonna kill it
okay.
immediately. It just had like 1 HP out of a billion.
Yes.
And that was a story of Dante fighting a whale.
It just ends. Also, I love this cutscene where you guys will see in a sec. He just keeps saying the word fear. Fear. They cried out in fear of this tower. Fear.
Desires of evil being
Yes.
fulfilled.
Fear.
Oh my god, fear.
Sparta slammed the door to the demon world in their faces.
As far as I can tell, Arkham's really pissed that Sparta prevented demons from invading, because he feels like humans should have been able to go to the demon world. Which I think is bad, because I'm really against open borders, and I think we do need to build a tower.
Yeah, Sparta's travel ban.
I'm gonna build a tower, and I'm gonna make the demons pay for it.
I mean, it's nice that the church council lets the families of demons through, you know. they lifted that part of the ban.
That's why Sparta was here,
I'm
he was just having
positive
anchor
in like
babies.
10 years, there's gonna be a Devil May Cry that has that, like just that whole like parody being a plot.
Devil
You're
trigger,
really gonna
son.
like the reboot!
Ooh.
It's not as direct there, but it's not super far off.
Yes, I agree. That was BS.
Royal guard, pistol, shotgun. Next.
It was old internet bullshit. BBSBS.
Ooh, this is probably my favorite lady cutscene. Or no, maybe not yet.
Giant whale. Fall down.
Whoa. Oh, it had like tails, like coattails. Oh yeah. Arkham just goes fear.
Fear? Yes, fear. What was the name of that movie? Something in Loathing? Fear.
Hey, what's that shitty game about the evil girl who controls like soldiers or whatever?
Fear 2. Fear 1 was actually pretty good.
So this is
Fear 1 was pretty good.
Wait.
Also, Dante just straight up says this is the next stage. Like,
forget it.
I'm gonna assume that was an
Make it a
improv
point not to go
line
out with
by the
women
guy.
and shoot me in the head.
It's nice of Dante to change clothes for the cutscenes.
I'm not that desperate. Besides, I really don't care for guys who
Actually, you're right. I
stink
should
like
switch out to
blood.
Devil May Cry 2 garb. It's gross. If you keep the normal costume, he will have his sleeve ripped because he
You're
ripped
right.
it when he did the devil trigger.
So, tell me, what's your name?
I don't have a name.
Okay, then what should I call you?
I don't care. Whatever you want.
Whatever, lady. I'll leave this to you, because I don't want to miss the party.
Somewhere Isfan's like, you can't hear a conversation over 8 billion guns.
Oh man, I really was just fun. The next time we see Lady, I think it's the end of this level. I really wish just Frown was here for that one. So hold on, I'm gonna quickly. Quick mission. Let's switch into Devil May Cry 1 gear. Skip the cutscenes this time.
It's gonna be a nice parallel to when I eventually do Resident Evil stream and I put Resident Evil 1 Jill clothes on Resident Evil 3. So she's not wearing a goddamn miniskirt while running away from Nemesis. What the fuck, lady?
So I'm gonna take Artemis off and never use it again because it sucks without Gunslinger. So, what is it? AR Rebellion? Is that what I wanted? Oh yeah, and then I'll get the. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So now we're at these two bridges, and the next several missions will be basically trying to get to the other side of this room by switchbacking a lot. I'll need some special power to move this bridge. Naturally. Also, I'm pretty sure... What happens if I go back out this door? Oh, it doesn't let me. That's probably good.
I do like, it's not as pronounced as in the first game for sure, but I do like the just how the text, the Resident Evil text is just so out of character for Dante.
Yeah.
I love how they keep that.
Ironically, Resident Evil itself kind of starts losing it after... Well, both the text and just losing its mind after a while, but...
Yeah. You will give me an egg.
I don't remember it really coming up a lot in this single time.
So this is a new enemy. They're spiders.
They sure are. And how.
They're, they've got a lot of big slashes, and, they'll guard your shit. They'll guard your shit, too. And then automatically parry, so you have to watch out for that. If you hit them from behind, they'll tend to get stunned, though. And if you hit them a bunch while they're winding up, they'll also tend to get stunned. And that's kind of all there is to them. They're pretty basic, but they're actually pretty fun to fight. There'll be a bigger version, which I don't think we'll see here, but it's pretty much the same, but with more health and a bigger range. I think it's supposed to be the male of the species?
That doesn't make any sense. Female spiders that are bigger.
I mean, these ones look more female, and I think the other one doesn't have, like, weird semi-breasts, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't understand what the spiders got to... they're demon spiders, that's why, but still, it's very weird.
Oh,
Bug
and when they
breasts.
explode, they drop little bugs, and you get them off by either jumping or shooting. I've never really been sure. I just jump and shoot a lot. And once everything is dead, you can actually target the spiders.
John.
Oh shit, I always go backwards.
Exterminator service.
I think you need to actually put on the theme to this game during F Plus Live when you're doing karaoke. I think that would be great.
Oh, one of the better hidden and harder to get blue orb pieces is hidden here. It's where I'm trying to double jump to. You can technically double jump to it, but I don't know how. I've done it once. But usually you have to do like a trickster wall run up the wall, then jump out, and then dive back in. It's
Weird.
yeah, it's hard. Sunken in the depths below. I don't know why that sign says sunken in the depths below, but here we have an actual puzzle. Where we have to connect lights to things. And it's like actually a real puzzle. And this one's always the same, so I know how to solve it.
Guess they're playing the Talos principle here.
And if you break one of the things you're not supposed to, you hit this circle to reset it.
Well, that was nice of the demon puzzle.
Yeah, it's cool
Yeah.
that they let you try again until you get through. This room's really cool. It's called Subterranean Garden, I think? Yep. And I kind of like it because it implies that there's just like like this tower just keeps going down and is way, way bigger than it should be. Is the implication, I think.
It's because it's Daemon Tower. Kind of reminds me of the last part of Eternal Darkness. It's a weird, like, giant hall, Monster City.
Yeah.
So this room sucks because it's a room that's full of arachnes and you go, and not arachnes, enigmas, that's what these guys are called.
The archer.
There is a secret to enigmas. That's technically a secret to the whole game, but it's especially true of enigmas, which is that if they're off screen, they generally won't attack you. So you just need to find a camera angle where you can't see them, and they'll stop shooting at you.
I bet they despawned as soon as you're not looking at them, and that's why they're not attacking.
No, it's a deliberate thing. A lot of games do it because it's really not fun to get hit from off screen.
Yep.
A lot of games do it. It's just very obvious in stylish action games. It's so super unfun to get hit from off screen because you can't see it and it's pretty much just random. So most games have digression turned way down or entirely off if someone's off screen.
It's definitely not Hyrule Warriors. All the time we shit off screen Hyrule Warriors, god damn it.
Well, it's pretty. That is true, because that's one of the most annoying things about Hotline Miami 2. The game, which I generally like, but the thing is, there's a lot more wide open spaces where, like, some guy off screen could just fucking cap you. It's just like, well, fuck me, I guess. Yeah. Take this.
Get him! Kick his ass!
Oh right, I'm running Royal Guard. I want to get me out of building. Oop.
I still think he's saying taste your face. That's all I hear.
Taste your face.
Taste the
I want to
rainbow,
taste your face.
Singer wants to kiss Dante. Who doesn't?
Oops. I actually got hit by the sand attack. Wasn't paying attention. Oops. Oh wow, bad. Bad Royal Guard.
These guys got martini shakers full of ghosts.
Don't we all? We've all had days like that, right? Oops. I'm really dumb about this room, actually. I always forget that, like, hey, don't touch the walls.
Spin.
Like right there where I dive right into one. Oh, actually, there's one thing you can do against these with Royal Guard. If you remember the thing I talked about rolling, it makes you invincible.
Oh yeah.
So you can just sort of roll into them and charge up against them. You can kind of do that with jumping too against some other things, but it's generally more difficult. And you also have a tendency to jump, and then like you'll get hit by, you'll land on it anyway and get hit. Oh yeah, I've got a big open area, so I can show you I believe the fastest movement in the game, which is Stingering, and then canceling with Royal Guard, and then Stingering. But there's one other thing that is in this area. Although it's not in this area, because I already have it, so I'm going to play pretend. But up here, on this altar, would be the Spiral, which is a completely out of place, modern-day assault or sniper rifle.
Sure.
Which I guess someone left here at some point. I don't know why it's here, but it is here. And it's very powerful. It's kind of my favorite, I think, although I don't end up using it all that much. It's single shot. It goes very far. You have to be on the ground to use it, unlike the other guns we've had so far. You cannot fire it in midair. It's got a long recoil, but you can cancel to almost anything. It's particularly known for being good with Royal Guard because you can shoot and then cancel and then shoot. You can do this, and the game has on its style system, it's got a thing where the more you do a move, the less style it gives you until it gives you none. But it's got some sort of thing where if you're hitting someone rapidly enough, it ignores that. And if you keep Royal Guard canceling the Spiral, you can just keep you can just keep getting style points for it. Actually, there's a few bosses where
That's so stylish, though.
well, there's a few bosses where you can just kind of find a relatively safe place to be at. Oops, shit! I knew it was gonna hit me. You can find a relatively safe place to be at and just sort of do that.
I feel like the algorithm is like, you know, you're doing the same move, but it looks so fucking awesome. I don't care.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Parappa the Rapper thing where
You shooting cool.
where you just kind of match the buttons. Sometimes the computer's like, yeah, that sounds like a good rap. Rapping great.
Fruit that mankind is forbidden to even touch. It is said to unlock the door to paradise. Well, this is probably
type
going to be...
A for it.
Yeah. This is gonna be an incredibly powerful and useful item, I'm sure. That we'll use for something, you know, incredibly amazing.
It's not just gonna open the door, it's gonna do something great.
No, I mean, just opening a door. That'd be ridiculous. Oh, I was gonna try and counter him, but I guess not. Oh, I didn't get a good counter there. I think I got the smallest one possible.
God, I feel like you could just say anything to these lyrics, to these songs. It's like, do the laundry, clean the dishes.
I mean, they could have said anything, which is why it's so impressive that they still put in the effort to make great lyrics.
That's true. That's true. I neglected to say that. That's a good point.
I'm gonna say I really would like it if there was an entire Devil May Cry game that uses those lyrics. I'm just gonna hope Frank says you're gonna like some future game where they
You're
do it.
gonna like the reboot a lot. Like a lot. Like so. Whatever you think about this soundtrack. Oh boy.
Now I want to make a game. Have a game here where we just say random shit and then. Then whatever it is, Frank just says you're gonna
Frank
like
says
this.
Frank says it's a Devil May Cry.
Man, I really wish in some game some guy grew giant and literally fucked the world.
You're gonna love my Dojin game that I've been working on.
As far as the dick can fuck.
The other way to use Spiral is to switch between it and another gun, generally. Which is almost as fast. And if you're not running Royal Guard, that's usually the best way to do it.
Exterminator sniper.
This is what sniper rifles are made for.
And you'll notice it's a lot easier going back through this room because I can't see the Enigmas, so they don't start firing until I'm on them already. And then that one shotguns me anyway. The worst thing about the Enigmas is that when you get close, sometimes you stun them, but sometimes their firing effect just disappears, and then a second later they shoot you anyway. I don't know if that's an intentional fake out or like a graphics glitch from the PC version or what. But I don't care for it.
No, sir.
Alright, there's a secret mission in here. I don't remember which one it is. Oh yeah, this one. Whatever it's called. Let's destroy every item.
What, like in the world?
In the entire world. Go.
So is Spiral a better or worse video game gun than a light shining in darkness Fallout New Vegas? Wasn't a light shining in darkness just like a pistol? Like, I don't... That's a weird comparison. If I'm remembering my New Vegas weapons right.
I've not played New Vegas.
Oh, okay. Well, you should know then.
Oh. Oh shoot, I missed one somewhere.
This is the bulletin board?
No. Oh, I think it was, there was some, yeah, there was one rack of bottles up top. Whatever. I'm not gonna make you watch that again. It's pretty fun, it's pretty easy. You just have to get lucky. Sometimes you get unlucky and you miss one and you don't notice.
It'd be great if after that a demon walked out and said, "Oh my bar."
Oh, my bar!
Oh. I wonder if there's a list of how many video games have "Oh my God" edited into something else or edited out. Because that'd actually probably be a pretty decent list.
Oh, this cave has like one weird room that's just down here, and the first time you play,
Demons hate it.
one weird room. There's like a Devil Star in here, which is like not a great item. I guess I could show the items real quick. They're pretty much the same as the first game. Vital Star small, Vital Star large, Devil Star recharges your Devil Trigger, Holy Water is a big attack. That's pretty much it. Like, and then the other stuff you buy in the store is purple and blue orbs. But yeah, there's just like a Devil Star here, and it's a really cool looking room. And I feel like maybe there was supposed to be something here, or a secret mission, but they didn't have one, so they just sort of left it.
I already put the bioluminescent shit in there. Got him something there.
There's a few other rooms that just have like a single pickup, and they're relatively well hidden. But at least they have fights. This one doesn't.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I thought that was the pistol that guy gave you. Yeah. Anyways, go ahead.
So yeah, a relief of a nude female is carved on the door. And it looks like something can be placed in the woman's hand. Use the yeah, it's just a key. Just opens a door. That's all it does.
Still got that Resident Evil shit in there.
Yep. It's like this incredibly powerful ancient artifact. Well, the thing is, in Resident Evil, at least it's just like weird crests and shit. And this, it's like an ancient forbidden fruit or an incredibly powerful power source, and it opens a fucking door. Like, come on, guys.
That's how mundane this shit is to demons.
Oh, this is not safe for work, by the way. Kitties, cup your eyes.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Welcome, sir.
Can that bat tits?
No,
Is Root gonna show up?
Is
it's gonna open a whole new world to me.
Yeah, it is.
A sexy new world.
You'll be nice to me, won't you?
She don't got no nipples either. What the fuck is going on in this game?
So nicely.
Demons don't have nipples.
You'll never want to leave.
It's canon now.
Dante's got no nipples. This greeny kind of poison ivy lighter got no nipples.
Talking about.
Dante gonna go to the nipple dimension and rescue everyone's nipples?
The nipple
Is
Nipple
that what the reboot's about?
Come on.
Symbolic. Sword. Yep. Jump.
So there's a couple other bosses in this game that are about dodging projectiles to some extent, but she's the one who's most like about dodging projectiles. That spin attack is the only non-projectile, and she pretty much always stands in the same spots to do them too. So let me see if I can parry this. Nope. It's very hard to do, but if you do it right, you can juggle yourself on top of those and parry. It's hard though.
No battery life says this is the spear that stabbed Christ. We use it to prop open a door.
I think literally the Spear of Longinus was in 1. Am I misremembering? I think it literally was.
It wasn't it?
Yeah, was it?
I think it gets a slightly different name, but it's clearly that.
Yeah. So I'm guessing this is Lust.
Yeah, she's definitely. If the 7
Gluttony.
sins thing is clear, then she's definitely gluttony. Ooh, did it?
Her dress is made out of bats? It's kind of weird.
Bat dress.
Yeah, and you have to tear away all the bats, and then she gets vulnerable, and then. And also, the lower health she has, it's probably pretty obvious, but ooh, I almost screwed that up, but then I timed it right. The more powerful her attacks get. Oops, I fell on the other one.
All this bat tits are making me think extreme Mad World.
Are there bat tits in Mad World?
Yeah, it's your standard like bat lady succubus type thing.
Yep.
Oh, you know what? I just thought of something. Maybe I could stream sometime. So it's not super long. So, you know they made House of the Dead Overkill? It's
Yep.
just House of the Dead, but it's like a bunch of like, that guy says fuck a lot and all that.
Yeah.
Well, one of my favorite games when I was younger was Typing of the Dead, and they made a Typing of the Dead Overkill,
It's
and
so
I have it on
good.
Steam. I would totally play that.
Can you play that multiplayer?
I don't know.
Online?
I don't know. Maybe. I'd have to look at the Steam version. It is obviously a port, so I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll work.
Yeah.
Is it a port? No, I mean it's a port of the original game, yeah. And it has a really weird development history where the dudes, like, the company said, no, you're not gonna make it. We don't want to support it anymore. And he's like, what if I just do it in my house? And so, like, he literally told all his employees, like, they don't want to let us do this, but, like, if we make it on my own budget in my house, we can do it. And they were, like, really loyal and really interested in making a good game, so they did it. Like, it's a really cool story. You should look it up. Anyway.
Huh. Interesting.
Battleduck says you can do multiplayer on House of the Dead on Typing of the Dead Overkill.
I mean, you can, but is it online?
Oh, nice.
That's just my question. Because if we can, we could do it together.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'll help you.
Oh,
Your father was a
Oh, that's-
handsome devil,
Yeah, he shot her in the stomach.
but you're no slouch yourself.
But again, once you finally really defeat them, they're friends with you, and they're like, yeah, okay. I guess they're all
She
like...
just taped her hair to her tatas? Because it's like not falling while she's...
Yeah. Anyways, you should listen to this bit. I think you'll like it.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, good. Yes! Yes! Fuck yeah!
Wow!
Devilman cry!
I don't. Wow!
Yeah.
Yes! Yes!
I.
That's what I'm fucking talking about!
The best weapon in any Devil May Cry game is this one right here. And then we get the best lady cutscene,
yeah.
I think, where she action reloads.
I don't know what to say.
Yeah. See, I
You
told
wanna
you.
say, fuck yes! That's what you say.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yes!
Welcome back.
Pretty sure Isfahan reloads like this all the time.
Yeah, that's just how you do it in the army. You throw all of the clips that's high up in the air with an explosion. And then you just sort of grab them as they come down.
City Ray just goes, neat.
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 That's what I say.
Neat.
You know, with this game, it makes me think of that one story Dave Chappelle told about, like, Kanye West, like, got to see, I don't know, some... Dave Chappelle hung out with Kanye West. And, like, Kanye West watched one of his, like, I guess one of his shows early or whatever, like, Dave Chappelle showed it to him.
Hold on. Sorry, keep going.
And, well, just Kanye West got a call and, like, was telling him what he was doing, talked to people, and then there was a pause, and then Kanye West goes, "Because my life is dope, and I do dope shit." So that's what I think of this game, is just like,
Yeah, man,
this game is dope, and I do dope shit.
Yeah, that's like the ethos of stylish action. It's dope and I do dope shit.
Yeah.
So I just accidentally skipped a cutscene out of habit, so I had to start it.
Oh, okay.
Tim and the crew will finally regain its full function and lead us into the demon world. The world where Sparta's power has been sealed.
Some more Z fighting on the man's face.
Fear.
Again, that's
And the
just the
one
PC
Z
port.
fighting.
the incantation is you. His own
Oh,
son.
Jesus.
It must be fate.
Crack a smile, Virgil. Jesus, you're fucking downer. Your brother is rocking out on Lady Demon guitar with pyrotechnics that came out of literally fucking nowhere.
Maybe he's here and he's like, I'm trying to be
Why
cool
didn't
here.
you kill her?
I can hear him do the fucking rock
Perhaps
concert in the
because
basement. Gonna file a fucking noise
pesky
complaint.
fatherly love get in your way.
That's none of your.
That's none of you are.
To further your study of the black arts, you sacrificed your loving wife
Some
to
pesky
become
father
a devil as well. Knowing this, I thought you'd be more useful to me. But I was wrong. No wonder your attainment of power is incomplete.
Anytime Arkham and Virgil together, it's an exposition party, yay!
You're an incomplete being as well. Both
I think that's why Virgil kills him here.
and
It's just
human blood mingle in
like-
your veins.
he's just like, you can't out exposition me.
I was gonna tell the part of the story.
Now that the final door is open, I have no use for you.
The 10, sort of on the book.
Blarg.
I'm dead.
I'm still dead over here.
Pistol
Let me
sniper.
tell you more. It's like Arkham's like, still dead. Just a dead body. Can't hear shit.
I feel like you could write an actual paper claiming that the symbolism of this game is what's cool and what isn't cool. Because, like,
Yeah.
Virgil's the main, antagonist, and he
Mhm.
thinks being cool is like saying cool things, like stabbing a guy and scowling and stuff. Meanwhile, the good guy, Dante,
Yeah,
is
is
just
like,
backflipping off of shit and like screaming and
And isn't
rocking
too
on a
emotional,
guitar
but is
that was
emotional when
literally
it
a
matters.
lady. I'm sorry.
yeah.
anyways, no, I'm in Swordmaster. So Navon's like my favorite weapon in the game, and also probably the series. It's just really, really cool. So I'll just take a minute to show it off. Well, actually, no, I'll show it off in the other room. First, I'll grab this. The Stone Mask, which I'm going to assume is a JoJo reference. One of many.
I guess it would be, yeah.
Wait, what is the actual description? I didn't really read it.
Oh, yeah, that looks, well, pretty similar.
Says the
Kind
one
of looks
he
more
who-
like,
Yeah. It looks a little bit like it, not that much. I feel like this game is kind of comes from a lot of the same places that JoJo does, so I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing references where there aren't, but
I mean, there's definitely some overlap in the ethos, at least.
yeah. Anyway, so I'll show off Navon on the stage. What the hell? So Navon is really weird in that most of its attacks are projectiles, and it's got a stance. So its main attack is this, which is just, it's called like tune-up, and it just gets you into the stance. And from the stance, if you move, you leave the stance. But from the stance, if you hold lock on, each one of the 4 directions will do a different thing. If you don't hit anything and you hit attack, you'll start up a riff, and and then the longer you hold the riff, the more bats you'll summon, and then when you let go, there'll be a sphere, and that sphere is also an attack. Then there's also a quick summon, which there's a quick summon with no attack at the end. There's this, which you can loop. It's just a big version of the attack. If you hit back, you'll do an uppercut, and then if you hold down, you'll display a riff behind your head to charge up more bats.
Obviously. Why wouldn't you?
Its forward attack is actually probably maybe its best attack. It's a really, really good attack. It does a lot of damage.
Behind the head.
Yeah.
Behind the head riff.
Because you do the uppercut. So its forward slide in is he slides on his knee to do like a finisher, but it's really, really good. It does a lot of damage. It summons bats like really fast. It's just a really ridiculously good move, and sometimes that's
God.
like all I use of it. Oh, and its midair attack is you summon a bunch of bats and then you do it. But its midair attack has sort of a subtlety to it, which I really like, which is that if you do it low enough to the ground, you can summon a bunch of bats, but you don't do the finisher. Because if you do the finisher, it slows you down. And sometimes you just want to summon a bunch of bats, and you can just be like...
It's true. Sometimes you do want to do that.
Sometimes you just want to summon a bunch of electric bats. And it works really well if you do it like off you do like an uppercut combo and then you slide down. Oops, I screwed it up. But it's just really fun, and it lets you keep the combat flowing really well. Oh, and I'll show you its Swordmaster moves. The weird thing is most other weapons in the game get like more projectile and longer range abilities with Swordmaster, but Navon is like, oh, I give you some melee attacks, I guess. So Swordmaster stuff is a scythe move, which is the only other way to get into tune-up mode. Oh, actually, that's not true. Doing your forward attack also puts you into tune-up mode. So you can do the scythe and then you're in tune-up. You can do a forward attack where he sort of spins around and you can crazy combo it to do a big finisher. But then you can cancel it really easily if you don't do the crazy combo, but if you do the crazy combo... Oops, I didn't do it soon enough. If you do the crazy combo, you basically can't cancel it at all. And he's got a... you can back up and do a charge up thing, which is sort of it's a hard move to pull off a lot of the time, but if you put it in the right spot, it's really cool. And any part is that once you can use it to back up and then just dodge too, if it doesn't look like it's going well. And you also get a mid-air scythe, which is just a pretty powerful attack and takes you forward. Oh, and this is the easy way to do the stay in the air mission from earlier.
Let's rock.
Oh, and then there's one more move which you can do. So the quick summon bats has a crazy combo off it, but it's not long enough to do. You have to buffer it from something else. No matter how hard I mash, I can't do it. But I have to. If I do it twice, you do this attack. Usually you want to buffer it off something else, like you can, and then I can go right into it. And hitting several enemies with that is probably the easiest way to get the style in the game. So, yeah. Sorry for the long explanation, but it's got a lot of moves.
Oh, I enjoyed it. I'm fine.
I do have one question, though.
Yes?
If this was before the original Devil May Cry, why didn't Dante just have this on him at all times?
One thing that's kind of unfortunate is that the left and right moves, the engine's not really set up to let you do left and right moves. So they're actually really, really hard to do, and a lot of times you'll see me do one when I want to do the other. Like, even forward and back is honestly not a great way to do things, but it's just kind of the way things are done in this game. Oh, that dude came up and got... I keep accidentally splitting these dudes. Be a little more careful.
Rock out more.
Should be. Well, the thing is, if you hit these dudes with the bats, it is a projectile, so they won't split. But you'll usually end up hitting them with the big sphere, and then they will split. So it's not usually worth actually trying to do that. But it's also the best form of quick movement in the game is using this and then doing another forward dive and then using it again. And by best, I don't mean quickest. I mean, I find it incredibly amusing that Dante is guitar sliding everywhere. Like, I'm assuming that, like, Virgil's just waiting for him in the boss room, and he's like, what is that noise? What is
It's like getting louder and louder. Waiting. I swear to God, if that idiot turned the demon guitar, I'm gonna be pissed.
Sherman Tank Beatrice is Trish from the first game, and also the fourth. But she's not here. So that's where Beatrice is.
She's busy practicing her motorcycle tossing
Yeah.
ability.
It did take me a while to realize that both Lady and Trish throw a motorcycle at you. Oh, I forgot to show off, well, I'm gonna have to show it off right here. Navon's thing that it does in Devil Trigger. Navon's special Devil Trigger trait is Air Raid.
Here we go.
Unlike in the previous game, it actually is not very powerful. You have the same moves, you've got the lightning and you've got the vortex, but like, the vortex doesn't home onto people like it used to. It doesn't do a lot of damage like it used to. The lightning does very, very little damage. It's something I almost never even remember to use, but it is there. Oh, dang it. I'm not gonna make this. Nope. Oh well, whatever.
Slowly flying around.
I took too long showing it off, I guess, but yeah, I missed like 2 warps though. You didn't miss much.
How dare you?
Used to supply power for an eternity. This one even tells you. Like, look at these two sentences next to each other. A magic artifact able to supply power for an eternity. You power the main bridge with it. We use it to... I use it as a paperweight. I don't know. What do you want? Oh, and we get to meet a new enemy. Oh boy. A really great enemy. Enemy so good that they had to remake him for the special edition. They're just really boring. This is what they were like in the original game. This is all that they were like. They literally just do this. They wave up and down. If you touch their spike shields, you'll get damaged a little bit. Here, I'll try and get damaged.
Oh yeah, these guys.
It'll damage you a little bit until it knocks you back. You can just graze it sometimes. They're really, and if you get in front of them or try and jump over them, they'll push their sword upwards. They're basically more obstacles than enemies, and like they just show up in a couple rooms in the original, and they do this. In the special edition, they were like, I guess these dudes are lame, huh? Oops. What they mostly do is block your camera. That's what they're really good at, more than anything else, is blocking cameras. So now, in a lot of rooms, they redesign them so that in fights, they move around more freely, and they'll sort of circle around you and look for an opportunity to... Oh, and I should add, you can only damage them from behind by hitting the thing, otherwise they block it. But they sort of... You'll see it later, I think, maybe next level? Where in fights they'll sort of circle around and look for an opportunity to zoom in at you. And, they don't have a preset path. And what else about them? Oh yeah, and also if you try and jump over them there, they will do their stab upwards still, so they sort of work as an anti-air enemy. So one of the many great things about Navon is that the arrows from Enigmas can be blocked by attacks. So if I make sure to have electric bats around me, they basically won't hit.
Always a good idea.
Always have electric bats around you. You know, I'll never forget the advice that my dad gave me on my wedding day.
On your wedding day, yeah.
He said, Frank, make sure to always have electric bats around you and never stop rocking out. And I said, would you please leave, Dad? I'm also not married. It's weird.
That was at your wedding night.
I mean, he thought it was my wedding night.
Maybe you'd get married if you had more electric bats around you.
I called it my wedding night, but it's just the day I finally got my Dakimakura.
Of Dante?
Of Dante, right. So that makes that room a lot easier to have Navon. It's a lot less obnoxious. Is there anything else? Is there another secret mission in this level? No. No, I actually have written in my notes that this level's just filler. Because it is. It's literally just walking back with the generator. There's nothing...
I really do wish while you were, like, rocking out in this part, it just kept cutting back to, Virgil.
Virgil
being like, maybe if I scowl extra hard, I'll look even cooler.
Well, a little bit of spoilers for, like, the end cutscene of this mission, but he's literally just standing in that room, doing almost nothing.
Yo-yo. Demonic yo-yo.
Oh yeah, see, here's the other spider. I don't know if it's supposed to be male, but its torso thing looks less female. To me? I don't know why we have to gender the spiders necessarily, but blame Japan.
Stop gendering spiders.
Oh, I thought I deflected. Ooh, nice combo.
Yeah, this has drill tits.
Does it?
It doesn't.
No, yeah, see, it does. Yeah, it doesn't have the. It doesn't have. It don't got no tits.
You know, I think I saw Gender the Spiders open for Vampire Weekend.
Gender the Spider is my favorite.
Oops. See, that's just what I'm talking about, is because the dude moved a little bit, my lock-on was different, and I wanted to do the big spear attack, but instead I did the uppercut. Oh, I didn't mention, the spiders are weak to fire, so Agni and Rudra do a bit more to them. They're one of the few enemies, like normal enemies, that has their own equal weakness. What?
Your screen is,
You disconnected from Steam.
Did I?
it says waiting for Frankie Frank to reconnect to Steam.
Huh. It says you guys are watching. Is the normal stream
Yeah,
still
let-
going on?
I'm gonna exit this thing.
Okay, sorry guys, I guess the Steam stream crashed. Oops.
Hang on, I'm exiting and coming back, but
Me too.
hold on. I'll watch it on... Oh no, wait, your Twitch...
I'm just paused right now, so you're not missing anything.
Your Twitch is offline too.
Is it? Wow, what the heck just happened?
Yeah, the chat's reacting to it. Oh,
It should come. I must have just lost the internet for a second.
It's back up for me on Steam now. Frank rocked so hard, too hard, and the stream blew up.
which is just too badass. Good name.
The spiders, they cut the feed. Okay, it looks like it's back up, right? I'm seeing it up.
I'm seeing the live broadcast standby thing, but
Oh, on Steam, I don't know. You might have to close the stream and reopen it.
yeah.
Because
Well, I
Steam
closed and
streaming
reopened,
sucks.
and when I first reconnected, I saw your pause screen, so I think it's good.
Alright.
You might, like, literally, I might have to end the Steam stream, which means you might both have to leave
I'm
it.
seeing it.
But
I'm
is-
seeing it now.
Oh yeah, okay.
Portex.
Back. It's,
Oh, you're seeing it through Portex? Oh, it's because I was alt tab. So you can't. That's right. Okay.
it was a trick.
Sorry
what I
about
thought,
that. I guess my internet cut for like 2 seconds, and that was long enough. Okay, whatever. We're back.
Low battery life says we get out here. So.
Yeah, I have it on my second computer, so I can see it up now. That was weird. I didn't visibly lose connection, but... Oh, it's gonna hit me. Oh no! Get deflected. Oh, and I should add, I don't think I mentioned it before, but the spiders do have an attack where they will shoot out webs and wrap me in webs, which, two things about it. One, definitely turns me on. Definitely my thing. But also, you can break it by going into Devil Trigger, so it's basically useless.
I feel like the cartoon splat sound effect for the
Yeah,
whatever it is they
They've got a really satisfying getting hit noise.
Work.
Dope.
Dope. And here's the part where we realize Japan doesn't really know what Americans are into.
What do you mean? That's never ever shown up in a video game.
Well, in this case, they're confusing them for things that Europeans are into. Because there's no way in hell. I mean, Dante can probably do whatever he feels like as long as it's cool. But there's no way in hell he knows soccer. I don't believe it. This is probably the biggest suspension of disbelief in the whole game.
This is just unrealistic.
Maybe he just watched Blitzball and learned it from there.
It's very possible that Dante's never heard of soccer but decided to kick the ball that way anyway.
It's
Yeah.
totally possible.
Fair enough.
He invented soccer.
Well, that was quick.
Pokemon taught me that all Americans are soldiers with electric powers. It's true. Lieutenant Surge is the best representative.
Did you kill him?
So what if I did?
Oh, he's blackened.
He got killed so hard his model clipped through.
I love
Changed
a
texture.
fast woman.
Shut up! He was obsessed with becoming the devil. So much he killed his
So now she's
own
mad,
world.
like she didn't get to kill him, I guess?
Yes.
Whatever.
In fact, if you wait a
Okay.
couple seconds, she'll say exactly that.
Oh, okay.
He's the most vile kind of creature.
What's a fast woman even mean?
This is how a dramatic argument happens in Devil May Cry, by the way, just to point that out. I fucking love this shit.
She's like pouring out her heart, and he's like, woohoo!
That filthy
I mean, it is pouring out during a gun battle, though, so I guess I can't blame him.
Well,
I mean, you
got
can never
something in
accuse
common.
Devil May Cry of being
I have a
people just
dysfunctional
standing around
family,
talking.
Yeah.
What do you know about family?
That is forbidden.
Literally, the only two people that ever sit around
This
and
is
talk
my father.
is when
My family.
Arkham and Virgil are in the
This
same
was
room
all
together.
supposed to
Like, otherwise, there's always something happening.
Yeah.
But like Arkham and Virgil just sort of like brood around, like the scene where he's just sitting there reading on the cliff and Virgil's looking out on the cliff. And by that scene, I mean that happens 3 times.
Nice.
Aren't you gonna shoot? Well, that's a switch.
Just go.
I also like that the argument started because Dante was just too much of a smartass to admit he wasn't the one who killed that guy.
Yeah.
Family, huh?
Oh, Dante, you're above it all. Shooting a million bullets. Would have been great if it cut back to Lady and she kneels down. She's like, I should have been the one to fill your dark soul with bullets.
Dante's like, man, that line sounds really stupid. I should have said something.
Seabax.
It's dark, I can't see anything.
You're still alive, I see.
Mary,
Oh, well, now you get your
You.
chance.
what's happening?
Oh, does she?
Where's your mother?
My mother. You killed her, remember?
Yes. That's right. I killed her. With my own hands. What horrible thing have I done? I was too weak. I succumbed to his influence.
You mean you were possessed? Father?
Yes, I was manipulated. Manipulated by a devil named Virgil.
Virgil?
He's attempting to bring the demon world back to this modern day. A world that Sparta once sealed off.
Sparta? I thought he was a myth.
If the demons return, this world will be thrown into chaos. Stop him. Stop Virgil.
Me?
You're such a sweet child. Just like your mother.
Father? Father!
He always loved this book, I guess.
Virgil.
Oh
He died as he lived, spouting exposition.
I do kind of like she's like, and I'll put his hands with this book to put him to rest. But like, that's not a Bible. Presumably, that's some sort of like demon summoning evil book, right? Like, maybe
It's the book he loved the most. You read
the
it to
book
me
he
when I was
loves
a
the
child.
most. And she'll
Maybe
be so-
if God is merciful, he'll pass on with this copy of Uncle John's bathroom reader. He loved the stories on page 57 through 59.
Pistol Sniper Rebellion. Yes.
Virgil's not a very nice guy. You're kind of a jerk. I was really it's like a demon named Virgil. Half expected to be like, that's a dumb name for a demon. That's sounds very scary.
Demon named Virgil? Really? I mean, now that I think about it. Ugh.
A little too on the nose, don't you think, Dad?
Okay. Wait, when do we do that? Sorry, I'm just checking something. Oh yeah, there's a secret mission. And then switch to AR. Yeah. Okay, sorry. Mission start. So this is the Gears of Madness. That's the name of the room.
I like it. Pretty good naming.
So it's a mad gear. We should form a gang around this room.
Nice. We could call it the Gang of Gears or something, right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's actually the place where you get least mad. Oh, this is one of the better hidden ones. I will again, the secret missions are hidden much better. You can see the platform here. Oh wow, actually the camera's stuck this way now. That's weird. Whatever. Yeah, here we go. This is the camera angle you get ordinarily. Is you can see the platform just barely, and you go back here and you can see it. But if you're not paying attention, like, you won't see it. But you can land on this platform and then jump up to here. For this secret mission, which I feel like is really hard to do the way they want you to. It seems like they're saying you're supposed to do the, you know, enemy surfing ability to get to the end in time. But, like, it's actually not that fast and takes a while to do. It's really bad to do it that way. It's actually very, very hard to knock this dude down and then, like, surf him the direction you need to. And it's, what the way everybody does it is you just devil trigger and run. Like, and you'll make it.
I was kind of hoping to see.
Monsters, like, you're supposed to surf on me, girl.
Yeah, I want to see some Mario Sunshine blooper surfing. However, fast motion stock footage running is also nice. Mom! Like, something I always like in games is when the running animation is just the walking animation but sped up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
It looks even
that always
goofier with
heavy.
Cerberus, where you go even, like, a little bit faster. He's just like... So this is the Altar of Evil pathway, so we can get to the Altar of Evil. And if I remember correctly, is also where some really shitty enemies get introduced. This game has really shitty enemies. I really want to emphasize that.
Mine is, by the way.
It's its biggest weakness is that it has the worst enemies in the game. They never really figured out how to make good enemies to fight. These things are called Soul Eaters, and they're really... Oh, I introduced these before. This is where they normally get introduced. But we actually introduced them already. Because they show up early in very hard mode.
They're
Oh
generic.
yeah. Okay, yeah, one of these days.
Yeah, they're the boos, basically.
Yeah, that little blue guys.
Oh.
You can hit them when they're coming at you, or you can hit them when you turn around.
By the way, what you were saying about like when the running animation is just a walking fast animation, I really liked in Overwatch. McCree has his ultimate is like where he's
The high noon, yeah.
It's high noon. He does like a slow like walk, like he's about to do a draw. But the thing is, there was a character who could nano boost you, which would make you move really fast.
And then
they
there was
kinda nerfed
Lucio,
it,
who
but-
could speed boost you.
Yeah,
and then,
but back in the day, like if you nano boosted a McCree when he did that, he just did this like super power walk, like it was hilarious. But they kind of nerfed the nano boost, so it doesn't really do that anymore. So sad face.
I like
I
that you
also
have
heard-
to stand in this pool in order to examine these heads. Dante won't look at it from the ground.
Haha, you got blood on your feet. Stupid idiot.
Look at all these heads.
So now we have to do the sliding block puzzle. Can you guess how we do the
good.
sliding block puzzle?
Do you slide the blocks?
Yeah, you hit them with your sword. You literally can't hit them any direction but the correct direction. But what about the second head? Surely it'll be more complicated. And there's nothing about my tone of voice that would make you think
fucking
otherwise.
from Resident Evil 1, this shit. These giant...
So yeah,
Totally.
if you
Overhangs,
if you cut this corner too tight, you might not see this camera angle, but you just break this wall.
Yeah, looking at this design, I could totally hear the clock from downstairs.
This is
from
this
Resident
is
Evil.
the exact layout of one of the rooms in Resident Evil 1.
Totally, totally.
Oops, I screwed up. Ah, I screwed up again.
Rock the block. Bam.
What if I rock my guitar at it?
All three faces are now crying tears of blood. So sad.
That's a shame. Let's get that checked out.
That's not a jogging
bloody
bra, it's
tears?
his pistol holder. Sorry, that makes no sense without looking at chat. Someone asked why Dante is wearing jogging bra under his coat. It's his
Because
pistol.
it makes him look cool.
Now,
All I know is that I have the support I need.
if we get really, really lucky... Oh, we're not gonna get lucky. Every once in a while, right at the beginning of the fight, the Grim Reaper guy will teleport up here, and then he'll be stuck up here, and you can just go down and deal with everybody else.
Yeah.
Good, then we just keep in again.
Oh, nice timing, dude. Ah, he hit me. Got enough. Oh, there's a third one. Shit. I didn't realize, and I'm gonna get hit twice for it. Or at least I got this. This fight's actually really kind of a bitch to deal with both of these dudes at once. But they work together very well. But I think I got all the soul eaters now. Oops, that's gonna hit me though.
Eat your peas, drink your milk. This totally reminds me of that song like Marilyn Manson did on Clone High about like food groups or whatever.
Be the food groups? Yeah.
Yeah.
Eat your food or you'll die.
There's a combat educator here, usually. I'm pointing out some of them, I guess. I've skipped a bunch, but... And there's a nice green orb here, which is handy, because you come through here a couple times. And now we're on the Temperance Wagon. It's called the Temperance Wagon. I guess there's no drinking.
That's kind of on the
Aboard
nose.
the Temperance Wagon.
I guess that's a reference to the actual like wagons they would do to like.
Maybe?
Because there were like actual wagons where you know they would go by bars and tell people to get on the wagon to stop drinking, like teetotalers back in the day. I guess sure that's the same as a mine cart in a hell tower. Sure. Why not?
I mean, if you're drinking too much and they had you jump on this thing, you'd probably stop drinking forever, so...
That's true. Hopefully you do the cartoon thing where you like look at the bottle and throw it away. Never again.
Oh, my last hit missed.
Crazy.
Crazy? Yeah. Oh, a really fun thing that I haven't done yet, but remember how I said earlier? Hold on, maybe I can do it right here. I did it, but it didn't really look like much. Remember how I said earlier how like the charge forward with Agni and Rudra will auto lock if it hits one person? Your sword throw with Rebellion actually does the same thing. If you kill someone with it, it will immediately go hit the next person. So sometimes you'll throw it and it'll kill somebody, and it just sort of like flies straight backwards and behind you to hit the dude behind you. Which is always a fun thing. What am I supposed to run here?
Also, there's no indication that you're like spiraling down the mountain or anything, so this is like a circle that you're going around.
Yeah, no, I think we just went in a circle for a while.
Yeah, and then to go drop him off the exact spot he picked him up.
I'm like, oh wait, what?
Why did I do that?
Dante wouldn't care. He'd just be like, "That was awesome. Do it again."
Yeah, he just gets back on the demons and like, seriously, Dante, you've ridden on this thing like 5 times. Come on, dude.
It's so kick-ass.
Have you seen my demon guitar? Meow.
You guys also see my nipples? Because I haven't.
No,
they
seriously,
go?
have you seen them? I am looking for them. I am on a
Yeah, I'm looking lost. He has lost posters.
That should be
No
the
cartoon.
byline. Should be the byline. Byline of this game. Devil May Cry 3. Satan stole my nipples.
Oh, you poor thing. Didn't your mother ever teach
Pick
you
up
how to
this
use
thing in this boss room. Look at the. Oh, hang on.
That's a huh.
Give me
It's
a
got a
break.
mohawk.
Tell you what, next time I'll try and wear some cologne, okay?
Hot insult.
It's like a DeviantArt persona's pissed off at him.
Well, this one, there's a weird story about him. Maybe I should wait till the other dude shows up. But
A son cleaning up his dad's mess.
well,
huh?
he's called Beowulf.
Story before.
I might have to pause to say this because it's kind of confusing. So this dude's called Beowulf, and there's another enemy we'll fight in a couple levels called Garion. And if you switch their names around, Garion is a demon that's mentioned in a couple places, but he's in Dante's Inferno, and his description in Dante's Inferno matches this dude very closely. So it
Okay.
seems like originally this dude was called Garion, and the other guy was called Beowulf, and they swapped their names for reasons unknown. Because like it's really specific. It says like he's got a scorpion, he's got like a stinger tail, he's got like a 6 wings. This dude will have an attack where he puts out 6 wings. He's got, it says something like he's got scaled feet, but the torso of a man. Like it really clearly describes this guy. But they switched the names around and named this dude after Beowulf instead. For some reason.
That's weird. Kind of a Bison and Vega kind of situation.
Oh, that's a rare attack. The attack he just did where he shoots out the light beam from his eye is something he only does on very hard and higher. Anyways, this dude's probably the hardest boss in the game. Maybe not on this difficulty, but on the higher difficulty, I feel like he might be the hardest boss, or at least second hardest. Final boss is still probably harder. His weakness is his eye, because he only has one. And if you hit it, then you get like a couple seconds of...
Oh, they had
Nice. One of them's scarred over.
Oh, okay.
Like a red dirt going.
Kind of reminds me of the way he moves and size. It kind of reminds me of like a Dark Souls boss.
Yeah, he's a lot like one. He's a bit weird, because most enemies in this game are... Most bosses in the whole series are either like human size and they go around the arena with you, or they're like big size and they sort of have predetermined attacks and don't react to you that much, or they're whatever size but they stay still and shoot projectiles at you. There's one of those in every game. But this guy's weird because he kind of acts like one of the human size enemies where he's sort of one-on-one brawling with you, but he's huge, so he's a little weird in that respect. And his main attribute is that he has a shit ton of health. And even when you stun him by hitting him in the eye, you're not really doing very much damage. Ooh, oh good, I got out of the way of that.
Just kind of kicking Iron Maidens at you.
Yep, yeah, he summons them from, I guess there's like a million Iron Maidens hanging from the ceiling or something.
Like pinatas.
Oh shit, I'm not gonna be able to get away. He has a big area of effect volcano attack thing, but the Iron Maiden was in the way, so I couldn't leave. Ooh, nice. I might lose this one, I might have to replay again and like not talk a lot.
Kick his ass.
So even when he's vulnerable like that, you get like a second or two to do a combo on him, and then he does a big attack that will knock you away, so he's not ever really that vulnerable. I'm gonna be dangerous here.
Uh-oh.
Yep. He hits me immediately. He's getting confused by the other Iron Maiden. That's hilarious. He was trying to hit the Iron Maiden he knocked down, but there was another one next to him.
Which one do I hit?
Oh shit.
Don't make me choose. I love you both.
I actually don't know how to dodge that attack he just did. If I'm far away, I'm not sure it's possible.
Yeah, and he does totally have a scorpion's tail too.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah.
Which he doesn't even use in any of his attacks, so it's just like, come on, that's clearly... That feather launching attack, if you're far away, I don't know how you're supposed to dodge it. I think you don't. Anyways, I might talk a little less for this one. Like I said, it's kind of a hard boss. But you guys can feel free to talk.
Hey,
It doesn't matter.
Toast.
Yeah.
What did you do today? Did you have a nice day today?
Yeah, I did. I worked and then I came here and then I watched this.
What's your favorite butterfly, Toast?
Monarch.
Why?
Because I sound like I can do a voice that sounds like the Monarch from Pitcher Brothers. That's the only reason.
That doesn't make sense. Which Muppet do you think is the most badass?
Dr. Teeth.
Good answer.
Yeah, solid answer. Jeez. Like immediate. You knew that. You were ready.
Dr. Teeth, yeah, he knew. He was
I
awesome.
mean, just look at him. Dr. Teeth's awesome. I could totally watch a Muppet movie where Dr. Teeth and Janice just go on bank heists.
I'm like in Kingdom Hearts. If there was a Muppet level,
Oh my god.
Dr. Teeth could join the party.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I really want a Mary Poppins stage in Kingdom Hearts 3 where Mary Poppins is like doing crazy, like floating, flying kung fu on people, like beating the shit out of guys with her umbrella.
It'd be great if they had a combo world where like all of the movies in kind of that era, like that and Bedknobs and Broomsticks, and I'm sure you know a bunch of.
Oh, and Angelan's movie kicking things in the ass.
Yeah, like there's a bunch of movies that kind of like have a similar kind of aesthetic, like Disney movies like that. Like I think you could totally put them like Disney British world, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah, Disney version.
Because Bedknobs and Broomsticks was set in Britain, right? Yeah. So yeah, just put it in Disney Britain.
For that.
I still need to. I don't think I'll ever play through the Kingdom Hearts games. 'Cause, God.
Why not? It's so stupid. It's great.
Well, fair enough, but I mean, time is the thing. But I do want to watch some videos of when they go to like old-timey cartoon world, because when I saw that at last SGDQ, like I'm playing it, I was like, this is even just the design is just so awesome.
Yeah, Timeless River is actually, I legit like that stage. Because like Pete shows up and he teams up with the 1920s Pete.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Well, I just like what you pointed out to me is that Sora looks like an old Tezuka cartoon, like a Tezuka character. And I'm like, that's a nice touch. And they just, you know, say what you will about the story and all that of the games, but like when it comes to the design of the levels and keeping it in like the world, like that, they do a good job.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah. And like how they even like the little menu in the bottom left has like the two little
There you
like
go.
cartoon smokestacks going like up and down.
yeah.
Good job. Oh, you did a thing? Good job.
I did a thing.
Yeah, he beat him up. See, talking about Kingdom Hearts helped him. Our friendship fueled his victory. Truly, Kingdom Hearts is light.
So he took his other eye. And we get nothing for the fight. We get nothing. He leaves. We
Get a
get
feeling of
nothing.
satisfaction. I do like that Dante left a human-shaped into
Yeah. And
got
that stays there. That's like, in fact, you can see it right now. Which is pretty great.
You know what I love about Dante in this game, besides, you know, everything? I really hate whiny heroes in games, and he's like, that's the closest he's got to whiny, and even then, he's not like that bothered by it, just like, man, come on. Just, this is
Yeah,
my
it's
dad. Come on, chill out. Like, that's it. Like, that's as close to whiny as he got. Oh,
Yeah, he's just cutting some slack.
yeah.
Dun dun dun.
A-Sax. A-Sax.
really hoping there's a flashback that shows Sparta, and he's just like, you know, whatever, no matter the time period, he's still acting exactly like Dante and like wailing on a guitar.
I know what you guys were thinking. I really was hoping Jester would show up again.
That's exactly what I was
How did you
thinking.
read my mind?
In the night, dreams delight. I wanna kick your fucking ass.
I'll die. You know? If that's what it takes to shut you up. It bugs the crap out of me when someone talks more than I do. Don't act so rashly, my boy. I've got a doozy of a story for you. But
That's the idea.
if you snuff out my voice like that, I won't be able to tell it now, will I? Whew. Thought I was a goner for sure. Oops. You saw it too, didn't you? That huge tower jutting out of the ground. That thick shaft that causes women
Thanks,
to
Chester.
shudder. Is
He's a
actually
true pal.
Thanks for that
linking
one.
the demonic domain to the human world. And of course, your brother Virgil is the one who controls it by using your mommy's amulet. Amulet?
Great.
He's headed
Yep.
to the
You just
control
got to
room in
the part of the
base.
dialogue that I was talking about.
Yep.
Down there quick like a bunny. He'll open the gate to hell.
Except this dialogue is
Isn't
worse.
that a scary thought?
And you're telling me this because...
Oops. I forgot to mention one teeny little item.
Oh, God.
That gizmo there is actually the key to move forward.
It is
But the tricky
later
I'm like
era.
literally like my brain is just saying hit start, skip it.
so I think we better hurry.
Just one button is just quivering over the button, and your other hand is like pulling it away by the wrist.
Return for your soul.
I do kind of like that he waves at the camera there though. I have to
Marvelous,
admit,
isn't
it's
it?
kind of nice touch.
Just let your young spirit drive you.
I do want some jammies like that
Go
though,
for it.
made out of fluffy demon feathers.
Wish you would have told me that in the first place. You big mouth moron.
So remember that level in the first game where I got that item and it kept me in permanent devil trigger, but my health was draining and I had to get to a certain place by a certain time, and enemies dropped more green orbs to help me out?
Mm-hmm.
That.
Ah!
Sure. God, Jester with his
Supersonic.
later Batman the Animated Series Joker face. Like when they went over to the WB, Joker's face turned shitty.
Yeah.
Looks like that.
Am I running? Oh, AR in Rebellion?
I mean, why does he have black eyes? I never got that. Anyways, whatever. I'll just talk about this the entire rest of the stream. It's fine. It's fine.
Well, the version of the Joker from the Batman looks like Shaggy 2-Dope, which I feel is a mistake design-wise.
Everything on the Batman was a mistake. God, that was just a fucking train wreck of shit.
Reclaim the bridge before the soul is lost forever.
That's
Soul's coming back.
translation.
What?
Well, this is a good place to see the different devil trigger forms, because I can switch between them all really quickly.
Good. Let us partake.
Like his rebellion looks a lot more like it has his coat there. A and R don't really look like anything much. I don't know.
That's
Cerberus
totally
has a
a
really
perso-
pointy head.
Totally
Yeah, they're all-
persona-ass demon.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that looks just like the demons from Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne.
Navon's looks pretty cool. I like it a lot. It's got the coat, the demon coat. Since both it and Rebellion have the coat because they both need to fly or glide. And I like how his coat turns into the wings, which is also, I think, looks, even though I've never played them, looks very Shin Megami. And Cerberus has a weird ass pointy head and like a weird body. And the fifth weapon looks a lot like Cerberus, I'll just tell you. Yeah, it's pretty weird that the coat is like his skin, but that's what it is.
This is what demons look like.
Oh, the music is screwed up. It's happening a lot this time.
Oh no.
It's the It's the aria for your draining soul from your lost soul.
Yeah, do you think when Sparta like came to live in the human world, aggravated he had to change clothes every day? He was just like, I liked it better when my coat just was my demon scales hanging off my body.
So you
And I
guys,
could just
wait,
walk
so you
around
guys are
naked.
wearing clothing? Like you put cloth on? I just assumed that was what your skin looked like. And you were equipping
Oh,
different
the human
weapons
world.
every day.
It's so mysterious and weird.
Maybe that's why I stayed in the human world. He just liked fashion.
I mean, you could tell from his character design that might have actually been the case.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, you're right.
We call it a monocle. Oh, I look so stylish.
Yeah.
Nice.
All I can
outfit.
imagine is just the courtship between Sparta and his wife. It's like, why should I have sex with you? It's like, because I'm a demon and it'll be awesome. It's like, all right, sure.
He starts playing electric guitar on the ceiling, and she's
Yeah.
like, oh my, this is gonna be wild, whatever happens. There's some freaky shit is about to go down. It's more out of curiosity for her than anything. Oh, and just music just starts playing from everywhere and we start having sex? That's insane!
Yeah, the regular battle music starts playing, and when they both finish, this music starts playing. Was it good?
Wings appear just out of nowhere. Stylish!
Sorry, honey, I was kind of dope tonight. Just kind of feeling off, you know?
That's okay. I was feeling more just crazy myself.
Hey, you want to get crazy tonight? Yeah, you're right. We should probably take it easy.
Normally we get showtime and things just get ridiculous.
Not tonight, dear. I have a stylish headache.
See, I think one of the big reasons this green orb is here is specifically for this part. Also, if you move the statue all the way over and stand on the head, it's one of the hidden orb caches in this game. But I've gotten, I think, all of them at this point, or at least all the ones I know about, so I haven't been pointing them out. But there are hidden orb caches like there were in the first game. Don't be up there, I can't hit you up there.
With a fucking Genji-ass ninja walk. Just the way he swings his arms is great, too. Apparently this orb drains your life, but then makes you made of special effects.
Yeah. The demon who invented this orb wanted to be totally radical all the time. And he did it, but at what cost?
Costume looking fucking amazing!
It was worth it, everyone agreed.
It applies a random Photoshop filter every second.
I mean, as far as I can tell, demons really value looking awesome. Because all of the demons, you fucking kill them and they're like, well, okay, I'm just gonna give up now and be a weapon. Like,
Sure.
That's how I want to go out. Maybe that's why Dante doesn't have any nipples. There's no like parallel for him in his demon form. Just don't have it.
Parallel demon nipples.
he's still alive. I died during sex and now this choir is ruining the mood. Because I had to restart. One nice thing is that these dudes don't knock you back because you're in demon mode, and that makes them kind of shitty against you. Like, they don't really do much. They can't knock you back. You can kind of just keep hitting them. No, target that one. Thank you.
Yeah, it seems the trade-off for the life depleting isn't that bad. 'Cause it doesn't
No.
seem to take down quickly enough for it to
It
be...
gets really brutal on Dante Must Die, where enemies can devil trigger.
Oh yeah, I guess that's always
By the time you're good enough to beat very hard, this level is pretty easy. But your first time through, when you're not like great at combos and whatever, like it's hard to put out the damage fast enough. It actually is a pretty difficult level, I think, first time through. But the time you get to very hard, the enemies don't have that much more health. You're much better at doing damage, so like it doesn't really matter. It is worth noting I do take damage, even though I don't look like it. So you still take damage in the devil trigger.
Oh well.
So, if I wasn't dodging, I would still be losing. I think? I don't really know how much. It's less. In fact, in Dante Must Die mode, this room is... You literally want to fight these dudes until they devil trigger, and then you don't want to fight them anymore. You fight them, you beat one or two,
I'm done.
and then once they devil trigger, it's just, like, I'm not... Maybe someone who is very, very good would be able to do enough damage fast enough, but I feel like you wouldn't be able to kill them fast enough to heal.
Kind of weird that D is dope, but A is all right. That seems kind of...
Yeah, maybe they didn't realize that, like, I'm sure they heard in American media, people be like, all right! Like, okay, so
Yeah.
all right. Cool, but really, for the most part, if someone says something's all right, you know,
Oh, speaking of that,
that's the door with the killed the guy. Killed Arkham.
Yep. And we're at the point now where this dude's doing 3 attacks in his teleport chain. Man, nobody's giving me health here. Come on. Or I'm getting hit a lot and not paying attention. That's a real possibility.
should we start talking about Kingdom Hearts again so you can get your mojo back?
Yeah, we can start talking about Kingdom Hearts.
Nah, I think I'll be alright. You can just talk about, like,
Simple
Shadow Hearts or something instead.
The middle version. Oh, Shadow Hearts?
is great.
I love Shadow Hearts.
I may actually die.
Started on that.
I didn't play the first one, but Shadow Hearts Covenant is one of my favorite RPGs. I love that game so much.
It's a
I should
really
play
good...
that again.
The first one's pretty good. You should get the full experience and somehow play Kodelka.
Yeah, I should. I just couldn't. It was really rare when I was playing, you know, when I had a PS2 and... Well, I have a PS2 still, but I'm not playing it anymore. But, yeah, I couldn't find it, but I could find Covenant. And I tried playing From New World, and it was neat, but I didn't get into it much. I did like the fat cat boss is actually literally a fat cat. He's like a giant mannequin.
Yeah.
It's Al Capone's cat, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's it. What I love is that it has a kung fu gun fighting like Apache Indian, Native American guy who he does like kung fu moves, but like with revolvers, like gun kata type things. That was really cool.
The game's going easy on me now because I died. He's only doing 1 attack. The game lowers the difficulty dynamically when you die.
Resident Evil 4 style.
Which actually, yeah, I mean, the first game did too, but this game does it a little more subtly. And that they don't change enemy patterns or anything, they just, like, make the enemies act like they're slightly less good, and then eventually they'll be acting like they're in a difficulty below.
I gotta say, I like that better than like how Nintendo games will do it, where it's like, oh, you need the golden Tanuki suit, you little baby? Oh, here, you can.
I like it, but I wish I had control of it. Because, like, at this point in the game, I've been playing enough where it's like, no, if I failed, I want to have the same challenge again and try it and win. But once I know that it's cheating for me, I'm like, well, now I feel like I want to start the whole level over just to avoid it.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I don't need your pity leaf.
Yeah.
I know it. I saw that and I thought, the first time I got that, I saw that and I thought, oh, I missed a power up. I should grab that. And I grabbed it and I was like, saw it, but it did, and I'm like, you motherfucker, I don't need this. I don't need your pity.
I think the worst offender is Donkey Country Returns, where if you die enough times, they show you what the state. Like, we'll show you what it looks like when you don't suck at the stage if you let us.
Oh god.
It's like, go fuck yourself. How about that? And so the thing is, the only stages that I died on repeatedly were the rocket barrel stages, which are just auto scrollers. We were kind of doing it.
Yeah.
If Gradius was uncontrollable, that's what the stages would be.
Oh, okay.
And so it's like, if I died on them enough to be like, do you want to see what it looks like when you do the stage well? And it's like, fucker, I know what it's gonna look like. It's gonna look like Barrel flying through the sky, not hitting anything.
That's fine.
Go fuck yourself, gay.
I see. I thought when you said barrel level, I thought it was one where like, is it like a bunch of barrels and you got to chain like together?
No, it's
like
like
that. Okay.
in Returns they have rocket barrel stages where it's a barrel that's flying through the sky, but it's like if you hold down A, it shoots straight up and runs into the ceiling and you die. And if you don't hit A, it crashes straight down to the ground and you die.
Oh, I see.
And
So
it's just uncontrollable.
So it's basically like fast-paced Flappy Bird, basically.
Yeah, it really is.
Huh.
So, this is the first of... So there are 3 Jester fights, and this is the second one, but it's optional, and you don't have to do them anymore. But I'm gonna do it anyway. He gets a little bit harder each time.
He's so annoying, you just want to kill him 3
Ooh,
good!
It's delightful, boy!
Well, they kind of wanted him to show up in the places where he shows up in the story. So I think they just sort of dropped him in this level.
Maybe that's why they made it so annoying. So that way you would go out of your way to kill him.
Well, again, you did not fight him in the original, ever. It's only special edition. They were like,
oh, it's only...
Yeah, and that's why he's kind of a weird boss, where he's like a projectile dodging in a weird way. Like, I don't really know how to describe it, but he just feels very different from fighting the rest of the bosses. He doesn't really react to what you're doing at all. He's got a lot of health, but he stands still. It's projectile dodging, but like nothing... He's not a bad boss, exactly. I don't know.
He is a bad person.
He's a bad person.
See, once again, his clothes are just his body.
Well, now we know what 3D Undertale would look like.
It's just the things flying through the air and dodging.
Yeah, pretty much. Don't spare him. No mercy.
Oops. Yeah, where's the mercy command? No, just kidding. It's the fucking Jester.
The most merciful thing would be to kill him.
Oops, I'm screwing up canceling.
Stab him in his feathery groinals.
Oh right, I'm using Swordmaster. I could be doing more damaging attacks. Ooh, wow, the bounce hit me. Nice. Oh, I should add those green orbs. If I manage to hit them, they'll actually heal me. Which is sort of fitting with his character. Being annoying, but sometimes helpful. So this is the part that I never knew how to do. I was really stupid, and well, okay, I can't show you right now because he's doing an attack. But,
Oh, Ego Orb.
Ooh, right in the face. Wow, I'm doing really bad at dodging these.
Oh, it's the friggin', it's the thing from Nier. Oh, I forget its name.
Oh yeah, the weird face.
So if you hit the ball, he'll sort of lose balance, but if you hit him, he'll vanish, and the ball will explode. And so for years I just thought you had to whittle him down and then sometimes he would fall off. And what I totally neglected is that part is just like when he's dodging around and you just need to be shooting him. And I just almost never shot him. But if you shoot him, he'll be vulnerable and fall down. Not when he has a shield like that.
It's kind of like if the Majora's Mask moon chilled out for a bit.
So then he gets tired. Like, literally, this next part of the fight usually took, like, 10 minutes. And I was like, it feels like I'm doing something wrong, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And I just did not realize I should be shooting him. Oh yeah, he makes white hands show up in this part, which is like... I guess they really wanted to reuse the graphics. But if they wanted to reuse graphics, why'd they make that fucking creepy-ass ball?
Someone probably doodled it, and they were like, let's do it.
we go. Devil triggered him to kill him.
It's like a discount Lemmy Koopa.
If you hit him enough, or with enough damage when he's vulnerable on the ball will pop and he'll actually like fall down on his ass. And you'll really get to hit him for a while. But it seems kind of random. Anyways, that's him. And for boss, what did I want to equip? Pistol Sniper, Rebellion, Cerberus. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I'm gonna want Trickster for this boss. Cerberus. Because this boss is vulnerable to Cerberus, because they're fire.
Makes sense. Low Battery says, when I die, I want to be a lightning guitar. I don't think that's unusual. I'd agree.
So for this fight... Oh right, he gets his own little introduction. He used to be kind of a cool guy.
Talk about horsepower. A chicken race with a horse, huh? Fair enough.
Coming through. Good one, Dante.
So this is Gary and the Time Steed, which is like a rad as hell name. So for this phase, I think kind of what you're supposed to do is play chicken with him, try and, you know, whittle him down, stand in the middle, jump over him, maybe try and hit him. But that's lame, and takes forever.
So we're just gonna blast his fucking face off.
Well, instead, what I'm gonna do is use a move that I basically never use, which is Drive. Because I have to hold the attack button to charge it up, and it's super, super slow. So for most situations, it's really bad. But for this situation, where the dude is gonna spawn, so I have to outcharge anyway, and it has like infinite range as far as I know. I'm just gonna do this. There we go. And once you do enough damage, or if you wait a really long time, you get to this bit.
You dumbass horse.
First chicken, now
Where you fight, I guess, in the arena where you fought Griffin in the first game.
better and better. Too bad there's nobody here to enjoy the show.
Hello, video games.
Hello.
Whoa, this is weird. That was interesting.
What?
Oh shit, it's happening again. Oh, not so lucky that time. So I was hitting the spikes on the edge of his carriage and ricocheting off them. And then I was,
Infinite
and then,
combo.
yeah, and I just kind of kept doing that while also managing to hit him.
He's fighting a time horse. He's a demon.
I'm gonna intentionally get hit at some point during
can't
this.
play an electric guitar that summons bats, which Dante totally does halfway through this game.
I used the healing thing because at some point I'm probably gonna intentionally get hit just to show off his ass.
I'd play that.
So if you can get in a position where you'll hit the horse and the cart, you'll do damage in both places. And if you do enough damage when he's standing still, he'll fall down. Oh, this is the attack I want to get hit by. Here we go. He summons these time orbs, and if you touch them, you get Zawarbo. Oh no, he doesn't summon the things. Later in the fight, if you touch those, a whole bunch of pikes will appear all around you, and then time will increase.
That is totally Zaworld. It's the same effect.
It's literally the
from
same effect, and
original
also
JoJo.
the guy who directed this game worked on the the JoJo fighting game. So
Oh, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Some starting which time? Horse time?
horse time.
Horse switch.
No, have to be a horse to like horse switch.
Well, to be fair, it's also the same effect as when you stop time using the Bangle of Time in the first game. If you remember that incredibly memorable and good item that I used once for like a minute.
Oh yeah, I was like, oh god, Frank's using the Bangle of Time again. I'm so sick of this. Stop it.
You know, like that Capcom, or that, like, next to the Capcom Cafe, they totally should have, like, a Kamiya Cafe. And they should have time, like, Umbra Witches as, like, the main thing in their deli. Wouldn't that be great? I would love that.
Okay, here's the point where spikes come up. Yeah, let's run into one of these.
This horse is like 20 feet tall. Not normal.
It's a pretty big
Also,
horse.
they can control time, which is also fun for horses.
Yeah, which is also usually, like, it's a rare thing in horses to control time. Never
Yeah,
blue
it's not
horses. So
common.
everybody knows in real life
Yeah.
blue horses are ice animals.
It's true.
Uh-oh.
He's not going to do his big attack, is he? No, probably not. He has one attack after. Sometimes when you knock him down, he'll sort of get really pissed at you and rage and freeze time and then swing the carriage all the way around. And it's very hard to avoid because it's slow time. But I guess we're not going to see that one. Because I'm definitely going to kill him like right here. First he's going to hit me with the flame attack.
Die, horsey.
Bye, horse.
Die, horse.
Hi, horse. Why, horse?
Horse.
Ah. Is he actually gonna talk, or is...
No, it's just a horse, dude.
Yeah, it just makes
Oh,
horses.
silly me! That would be
Yeah.
the weirdest thing to happen in this game. I'll look at that.
Suspension of disbelief would be shot.
I'll show you his description in a second, but it's basically like, well, maybe I don't have to show you, I can just mention it, but first we need to watch Dante be really cool with his new ability, like always.
Yeah! Let's do it!
This one's a little less cool than others, but it's pretty rad.
Well, nothing can match the rock out.
Yeah, no, that's, I
Yeah,
mean, if you were
no.
to leave right now, I'd understand. You're not gonna get better than
Okay, goodbye.
that. But
I have so much more of the
we need to
game
get Boots
show.
in here now to replace him.
Once again, Dante just doesn't really give a shit.
He did say he
just
might
thinks
show
it's cool.
up, but I guess he's not gonna. Oh well. Oh yeah, let me show you that file really, really quick, because I don't totally remember what it says. So yeah, Garyon is once a horse of legend written by countless heroes. Ingesting demon soul essence darkened his once bright soul. So he's literally just like a horse. And also, again, it's a bit less of a connection, but it's possible he was originally called Beowulf, because like legendary heroes or whatever.
Sure.
It's less of a link.
Like,
I'm pretty sure that Garyon, that Beowulf was Garyon, but maybe Garyon wasn't Beowulf.
it's also he was written by countless heroes. Like, how old was this before it ate soul food or whatever?
I remember the time I ate collard greens and I could stop time.
I remember that too. That was weird.
It was awesome.
So anyways, it's worth noting that Virgil literally... This is like 2 steps from the door that we last saw him at, like, 3 stages ago. So I guess he's just been standing at the doorway. Like this whole time.
He just been on his phone. I will crush all of this candy.
You're not the one I faced before. But this smell, there are 2 of them.
Oh, the guy thinks he's Dante.
Rad. Anyways, it's, as always, when someone gets a new weapon, it's time to show it off.
No, that excrement. Well, watch your language. I guess.
And someone gets cut in half in Wonderful 101 also. Weird things are happening in this universe.
Well, these games technically Okay, we're doing these.
Kamiya seems to imply that they do. He does say that the characters from Beautiful Joe know the characters from Wonderful 101. And I think he implies that Bayonetta and Devil May Cry are the same.
Yeah, there's when we get to Bayonetta, I'll talk about it, but there are several pretty direct connections, including some characters that show up. Well, at least one character that shows up in both.
Isn't there, like, the beginning of Bayonetta, there's, like, a Dr. Robotnik tombstone?
Yeah, there is.
Nice.
You go to the tombstone of Dr. Eggman, and that's like a speed one. Then everything Kamiya's. Yeah.
Bisab.
So anyways, Virgil stole us, and now he has the weapon of Beowulf.
What a fucking asshole!
I know, right? Dude!
And he didn't wail
You're
on guitar
supposed to be
even
up
once.
and lane.
He didn't say like a kick-ass one-liner.
Alright.
Good. All of these cuts.
It's a good one-liner.
It's a good one-liner.
Alright, I've done my hit and run. I gotta go back to work.
Alright. Thanks, Boots. Bye,
My
Boots.
planet needs me.
Bye, Frank.
Bye-bye.
Next time Boots come back, we'll talk about which Evangelion we want to find.
Yeah. All of them. But
Guys,
mostly the
please stop
purple.
talking. You're ruining Virgil being melodramatic. We don't get that much of that in the game.
I'm gonna cut the blood from my gloves.
Yeah. I think if you look... Oh, no, that's not now. But there is a point where his gloves, I think, get visibly cut. But not right now. This time, I guess he cut around the gloves. The fingerless gloves. Sure. So, spoiler, you get Beowulf later. But I'm just going to equip it now. Because I want to use it for this level.
Battle of blood and of brothers.
Battle of blood and also of brothers.
Oh, but first, before anything, I will show off Quicksilver, the style we just unlocked. I'm not going to really use it because I basically never do. I don't really like it. But it's kind of neat. I'll just quickly show it off. Basically, Quicksilver, your style button doesn't do anything, but if you lock on and hit the style button, you make time move incredibly slowly. It's not really very interesting against these guys because you can't like knock them back, but against people you can knock back. You can do some pretty cool like combos. Like you can knock someone away, but then freeze time, and then run to like where they're being knocked away and hit them back. It's pretty cool stuff, but it's not really my jam, so I'm not gonna use it. Swordmaster, pistol sniper.
I love how that is the exact same visual effect as the world, though. Like, to the T.
Yeah, it really is. Can I use Navon still? Yeah, fuck it. I don't think it's ideal, but whatever. Actually, no. Everything in this every enemy in this level is a chess piece, and Navon's no fun to use against them. So yeah, like a lot of half the enemies in this game are not very interesting or fun to fight, and the other half are like, of the other half, most of them are too easy to fight, and you can knock them back, and you just pretty much juggle them forever. Definitely the weak point of this game is the enemies. The enemies kind of suck. They didn't really... They gave Dante so much power and wanted him to be able to juggle and combo people so well that they were left like, okay, well then we can make slow, uncomboable enemies. And then they're not really fun. And then that's it. And then to make the game hard, they had to make them devil triggers so you can't combo them as much anymore. And like, so the hardest difficulty level is also kind of bad. I think it's not that fun. There are times when there's like two dudes
Dante
devil
must
triggered.
be bored.
Devil May now.
Oh, I guess I'll show off Beowulf's full moveset when I beat this room. Oops, that was supposed to be a jump cancel. Oh, these are the bishops. You haven't seen them yet, have you? They're bishops. Their main attack is that they summon fire and then they shoot it out in 4 directions diagonally? Kind of? It's not really diagonally because one of them will always aim right towards you, but it's supposed to represent their diagonal attacks. And then their other ability is that they can heal themselves and others in a radius after charging up for a moment. You usually want to kill them first because their fire can come from off screen pretty well. And their healing is obviously pretty good to get rid of first. Target the healing.
Yeah, always target the healing.
They're relatively weak though. If they're on the other side of the room, sometimes it's worth killing the other things first, like right now. Here's some jump cancels for you. Beowulf's very good at jump cancels. Okay, now that that's done, I'll show off Beowulf's moveset. So Beowulf is a lot like Ifrit from the first game. It's gloves where you can charge up every attack. The thing about Beowulf is charging is basically never worth it. It doesn't do that much more damage and it takes forever and it's a fast-paced game. So you pretty much never want to charge. Which is kind of unfortunate, but once I learned that, I like them. I used to hate these weapons, but now I like them a lot. So you've got your 2 combos, and then if you mash during this bit, you go into a big super punch fight. You've got an uppercut. The uppercut's like the only move worth charging, because if you hold attack after the uppercut, you'll go up with it, and if the more you charge it, the higher you go, and the more spins you'll do. So the uppercut's actually worth charging. And it's also definitely a Shoryuken, if you didn't notice.
Totally.
In fact, it's called Rising Dragon. This is his forward attack. Its mid-air attack is a dive kick, which is like really, really good. It's really good for being jump canceled. In fact, if you watch a speedrun, the speedrun is basically just doing this and jump canceling it on someone's head for like an hour. That's the whole speedrun. If you just were caring about beating the game, you'd just learn how to jump cancel that attack, and that's all you need to do. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, its Swordmaster moves are the projectile that people only do when they've done it by mistake. There's Volcano, which is like a big area of attack. There's Air Volcano. There's Mid-Air Hammer. This move's actually really good. Does a lot of damage. And it combos right into another move. And then there's Real Impact, which I can't quite show here.
Go to hell!
Go to hell! So Real Impact is the Shin Shoryuken, and I need to hit somebody to do it full, but it's the most damaging move in the game. So I'll try and hit somebody in the next room with it. It's also incredibly slow and tiny, naturally, so... Are there any secret missions here? No?
Did you say kisses?
Kisses! 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 I love kisses! Let's see, secret mission in the red light.
Hershey kisses!
I kisses you on the mouth, moi!
That's right, there's this level. Tough Guys is the secret mission, and basically you just fight a lot of enemies. I think they're programmed to be like, have a lot more health and do more damage than most enemies on your difficulty level. Oh, I hit the Real Impact on them, but then it I got hit out of it. I'll probably be able to Real Impact on the on some of the other people in this mission. We'll see.
Now I think about it, could I get a job in Japan? It's just working at freelance every video game studio, and I can answer the question yes or no. Do Americans actually say this?
Well, remember that this was basically all improvised by an American who was getting inconsistent direction.
That's true. You say kiss this. You guys say that, right?
He has a lot of weird, slightly weird words that I don't know if those are the words from the original script that made it through, or if that's him improvising. But when he says, well, that's a switch, just the whole way he's, when he's like, aren't you gonna shoot? Well, that's a switch. That's not really what people say. It's not quite right.
Maybe, he was improvising a bunch of it, but, every once in a while he would panic and just blurt something out. And he's like, no, don't use that take. And they're like, we love it. No.
Yeah. No, that's just what we think Americans are.
But it sounded so cool. We're gonna keep it.
Somebody says, isn't level 3 gold release the strongest attack? That's oops. One moment. I think Frank is starting. No, I'll ask him.
Oh, wait, what?
Isn't level 3 gold release the strongest attack? That's what the chat is asking.
Yes, that's true, technically. He is right. Gold release is meaning release from the Royal Guard. If you time it just right and it's max charge, that is the most damaging. But, like, the most damaging normal attack is really what I meant.
Oh, okay.
To do a level 3 gold release, you have to parry several things in a row and then time it perfectly. Whereas with Real Impact, it's just a normal move you can do with Swordmaster. Ooh, nice hit. Those claws always have a bit more range than I think they do. Oh boy, here's where it gets fun. Really? From that range? I'm definitely have to concentrate here. This is one of the harder fights in the game, actually. I might already be losing.
Alright, then don't worry, me and Toast will talk.
Yeah, talk about Kingdom Hearts. If you would.
Talk about Kingdom Hearts.
Sure.
Toast, if you were a demon and Donna kicked your ass, what weapon would you turn into?
Probably a baseball bat.
Baseball bat? Interesting choice.
Well, I guess Earth, because I'd be all about Earthbound, I guess. I don't know.
Well, that's fine. You can put nails in it. It could make like a bunch of kick-ass like baseball sounds and stuff.
Yeah.
See, I was gonna go with Rad Skateboard.
I'm not good at skateboarding, so I don't think that would
Well, I'm not. Are you good at baseball? Like, what?
I can hit people with a baseball bat if they stand still.
So you think? I'm not good at skateboard. I don't think it necessarily. Like, we never saw a lady play guitar. We don't know if she's good at guitar. We just know that she turned into a big-ass guitar.
That's true. Then I'd probably be like an awesome katana.
So a Virgil, then.
Yeah. Yeah, so you just become Virgil. So Toast thinks Virgil's actually really cool.
I think his weapon is really cool. I think he's a pill.
His weapon is another thing where it says that it's sort of implied to be his own devil arm, and then it's also like it's explicitly also a keepsake from his father. That like Sparta specifically used the Yamato, so it doesn't really make sense that it's also his own devil arm, but it is.
Maybe that's where devil babies come from. He kicked the sword's ass and it became a baby. And maybe it goes in reverse too. You don't know.
And there's a second secret mission in this level. Oh yeah, but I'm not gonna do it yet because I won't have the right loadout. So this is Hell's Highway, but this is the end of Hell's Highway, so we can't do anything here yet. We'll do that later. That's actually the exit.
See you next time, Highway.
I do like that the sword will just stick in the wall and stay there. If you throw it. I think over here, yeah, over here there's an item the first time, but it's obviously not there now. Okay, let me try and do a real impact. I'm gonna get hit. Now I'll be able to do it. And if you mash after doing a real impact, you can do a crazy combo where you do the Tatsumaki Senshi Kyaku. Ooh. Yeah, I know how to pronounce it. Nerds.
He does a hurricane kick.
Well, sure, in America it's the hurricane kick.
Where's the part where he does a Hadouken? Shitty Dana BB1.
Well, that, kind of. It kind of does look like a Hadouken, actually. Oh, shit! I did not mean to do that. I definitely did not mean to do that. Oh well, whatever. I guess I'll have to do that secret mission all over again. No. I won't make you do that.
Happens to the best of us.
I was trying to finish off the last dude, but he died. And so I just did a straight punch right into a bunch of flames.
Effervescence Corridor.
Yeah, I love Effervescence. They're a great band.
Bring me back to the demons. I can't go back.
Wow, I'm doing very bad cancels. I'm canceling before I hit them. Which I'm not actually very good at canceling Killer Bee, because I didn't really bother to learn it until relatively recently, because I always thought it was like the boring way to beat the game. But it's actually really fun and satisfying to do, so I'm learning how to do it now.
Watching the metagame develop.
Devil May Cry meta's gotten so stale, guys. So boring. They need to do a nerf or a buff or something. Change it up.
So I hope you've got your thinking caps on, because it's time for another puzzle. And this one's actually a pretty good puzzle. If you look at this for a while,
Ready to go.
you're like, you can try and figure out a way to connect them to this. But I'll tell you right now, you won't be able to. It's actually impossible. There's no possible way you can connect to the connector on the left. What you actually have to do is go over here and break the wall and go to a totally different connector. Which I think is a fucking great dick move.
They're just like, damn it, all our good puzzle people are off. What the fuck do we do about this?
There's a secret mission here, but I think it is nearly impossible with my current loadout, so I'm not going to do it yet. But I'll be back at this room at next mission or something? Anyways, here's another Ori Halcon.
Ori Halcon.
Ori Halcon. Ori in the Blind Forest Halcon. I'm going to show you, I'm going to do something where I'm going to charge up my Devil Trigger attack just to show how really, really good it is. I'm going to get all these guys close together. Come on. I believe in you all. You can make it. There we go. Good enough. Because they don't move and generally slowly go towards you and group up, and they tend to have not that much health, it's a particularly effective move against them to just do the Devil Trigger explosion. Now, what was I going to use for this fight? Oh yeah, Rebellion, Navon. Shotgun, Swordmaster. That's fine.
Taste your face.
Taste your face.
Taste this face. Taste this face.
Down at the end of this hallway, there was a combat educator for Navon, which is you had to get to 3S stylish. Using only Navon, which against one enemy is actually pretty difficult. Especially because the first time you get here, you've only had it for a couple levels, so it probably doesn't have all its attacks yet. It's really the only combat educator that's actually difficult. You have to time all your moves really perfectly. Anyways, I don't even know, like, previously we used the Ori Halcon as like an energy source, but now it just opens the door. Because whatever. I feel like they kind of forgot to make a good key for this door.
Demons just whenever they'll just any item that's laying around the room, they're like, oh, this is a key now.
I guess it's like this tower has like been around for ages, and a whole bunch of powerful shit just shows up here. So they're just like, we've just got powerful shit lying all around. We'll just use it as keys. I don't know what to do.
My mother's amulet is the key that unlocks the door to the demon world. Good plan, Pop.
Just the opposite, actually. Originally, it was the key to the demon world, but was given to humans as a gift.
Allow me to
one way or
give you some more exposition.
More importantly, I've come all
It's your
this way.
favorite thing.
I'm sure you have time for one more game, right?
Why not? After all, we share the same blood. I'll just use more of yours to undo Daddy's little spell.
So, you want a piece of me, literally? Okay, bro. Come and get it, if you can.
So now we fight Virgil, but he's got Beowulf, so... Ooh, I got the clash with him, nice. Oops, I wasn't sure if I could combo into that.
Look at that. Oh yeah, we have your little kicky punchy moves, but you have a badass rocking guitar. Who will come out on top? Taking things way too goddamn seriously, or taking things never seriously?
And also, he will devil trigger now. While he's devil triggered, he'll heal slowly. It won't do much damage to him, and he won't get staggered when we attack him. So hitting him while he's doing an attack won't stop him. And in fact, trying to do a full combo on him with almost anything is going to get you hit, because he'll just power through it. But if you hit him enough, he'll get knocked out of devil trigger. Oops. I think if you go devil trigger, you can kind of be on even footing with him, but it's not perfect. His devil trigger's a little better than yours, frankly. Ooh, nice. He almost hit me there. Tricky. Oops, wrong ability. You're about to see me hit the wrong direction.
That's fine.
A good trick is to double trigger if he's hit you at the start of a combo, because then you can escape the rest of the combo. Now pretty soon... Here we go. He's gonna punch the ground and switch to using Yamato. Although he'll still have some Beowulf attacks mixed in.
So when Dante said that he didn't really carry the way, was he just being too thing, or was he? So then why else did he come up here?
He's probably lying. He cares a lot about Virgil, actually. He's literally only here because he heard... I mean, I think he's here in part because demons were here and invading the city, but I think a big part of the reason he came and keeps going up the tower is to fight Virgil and stop him. It's sort of implied that they used to fight demons together. But at some point Virgil changed and wanted power and went to the dark side, basically.
He became lame. He started taking things seriously like an asshole. I do like that Virgil's just kind of walking around glaring whenever you go do anything to him.
Yeah, he takes a lot of his time to just, Ooh, I tricked out his... I can use that distortion circle to, the, like, big spinny attack to trick out his parry if I do it at the right time. Anyways, it's time for this lady to show up and screw up the big fight.
Sorry, but this is no place for a little girl. So beat it.
Shut up!
Jesus, Dante, it's not okay to be friggin' sexist like that anymore.
You forced him into this!
Is that what you think? Foolish girl.
Bravo! so smoothly. Well done, everyone. Well done.
You.
Don't be a bad girl, Mary.
Oh God.
Or you can expect a spanking from Daddy later. Just as gonna spank you, but spank you on the bum.
I don't know
It's
where
just
you
like,
came from, but you
What are you
don't.
doing here? Do you go here?
Zowie, that was close.
The worst.
But you've taken quite a trouncing today, haven't you, Virgil? You could have chopped me into confetti by now if you were in tip-top condition.
Damn you! You have lost.
Virgil means in this game. You don't belong in this game.
Dun dun
Underestimated
dun.
humans.
What's going on?
Good girl. Pure and innocent. Just like your mother.
You bastard!
It's time for your spanking, my dear. You want to know why the spell didn't break? Virgil? You have the 2 amulets and Sparta's blood. You had everything you needed to unleash the evil.
I told you before. I don't like anybody who has a bigger mouth than mine.
You are wounded and weak. Even I can do this to you.
At least until the next level starts, at which point you won't be wounded and weak.
2 amulets. A set of Sparta's blood. Now, I need one more key. He sacrificed 2 things to suppress the tremendous force of this tower. His own devil's blood and a mortal priestess. I needed you, in whose body flows the same blood as the sacrificed woman. His spell cannot be undone without your blood.
It was quite a ride, you know. If any of you had died before getting here, our little plan would have gone to waste. Ha! Therefore, my job was to make you battle each other in order to weaken you. But at the same time, I had to guide you here and make sure that you were kept alive. I even went so far as dressing like a complete idiot. It's time for bed, Mary. You can visit your dear mother.
Oh, that's such a good mouth animation.
Whoa.
Try me.
It's time for the clown to bow out, Arkham.
So remember when you said he's a lot like
The
Joker?
show's over.
Well, his name is Arkham.
Impressive.
Huh?
I expected nothing less
I
from the
guess.
devil's descendants.
I'm pretty sure that's deliberate because
But aren't
it's
you forgetting
ridiculous if
something,
it's
Virgil?
not.
The spell is broken. What do you think will happen next? Let's welcome chaos. Just sit and wait. Wait for the birth of a new god. I shall take over the power of Sparta!
So that's the
She's
big
getting
twist.
something. He was a stupid idiot the whole.
I actually think it's pretty good. It's. I didn't see it coming when I first played.
I have to admit, yeah, it surprised me. It's not a
But
bad
there's a
twist.
lot of foreshadowing if you pay attention. Like, the room that Virgil killed him in isn't the room you find him in. It's a different room. If you, like, the second time through, I'm like, wait, this is a totally different room. So he, like, you can be like, oh, he walked up there. And also that Jester had 2 different colors eyes, and so did Arkham and Lady. And the ball that Jester rides on in his boss fight has a scarred face. There's a couple others too, like tiny little hints. I think it's actually pretty well done as a twist.
Yeah, I agree.
So do you guys want to do one more level, and then we'll have done 7, and then we can do the back 7 next time?
Sure, that'll work.
I do. Yeah.
Okay.
So the jester was all him. That wasn't like a spirit he was using to possess himself or something. It was
No, it's not totally explained, but it seems like it's sort of a... He's sort of... It's like his demon form, almost. Because it does say that he was a human, but he sort of became a demon. And I think he's just used his demon to manifest in that way.
So wait, that's based. The jester is his devil trigger? I'm sorry, Arkham, that sucks.
Yeah, I guess not everybody looks out. I also like this bit where all these different statues that represent the 7 different sins that we've been seeing throughout the tower, they all get picked up at the different levels. I think it's kind of a neat twist.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. You can tell there was a lot more unity in the design and how they made this, you know, with all this stuff, and not just it's a random mansion where shit happens, whatever.
Yeah, the design of the first one I think was just intentional, do whatever. Whereas this one feels, even though it's still got a bunch of really disparate enemies, it feels more connected. If only because most of the enemies fit into a category with other, like there's all the different chess pieces and all the different, like, hell jailers.
Yeah. I guess another Batman reference with Arkham is the dual identity thing.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And the scarred half face.
Yeah.
Could be.
Regardless, I must go. I had a chance to stop him before, but I couldn't. I'm responsible for all this mess.
Responsible? Does it bother you that much?
He's my father. Besides, who else can undo what he's done? A demon like you wouldn't understand.
Jeez, lady. Looks like you've both got some big history problems to work on.
Father and
the last third of the game is just like a
sensitivity training.
Yeah, a visual novel where you work out their problems.
But you better hurry if you don't want me to take all the credit.
I'm half human too.
You can kind of... it kind of seems like Dante's a little pissed. He's like, I have to walk. She's just got to grapple. Like, he's sort of joking, but he sort of looks resentful. Like, fuck, I kind of wish I could just do that. Oh yeah, this will be a good level to end on. This has a fun ending. Let's see, shotgun sniper, Cerberus AR, Royal Guard. I'll do Royal Guard. I'm gonna do Nivant. I'm gonna break my own rules here.
Charge up to the sky. Frank's back, and he's breaking all the rules.
Oh yeah, and there's a secret mission. Oh yeah, the secret mission I skipped before. That's right, it's right at the start. Oh right! I do... There is a reason I would choose that style. I'll do it for
Frank West in Frank's for Nothing.
I forgot, I actually need to do this for a reason. I can either do this next bit with Gunslinger or with tricks with Royal Guard, but I think it's easier with Royal Guard and stupider. So I'm definitely going to do it the stupider way.
Yay!
Oh, but first I need to do this bit. Right. So we start here in the Layer of Judgment Ruins.
Layer of Judgment.
I think there's an orb cache over here originally, but there's almost... No, sorry, the orb cache is on the other side of these ruins. It's at the end of this hallway. But, it's gone already since I took it. There's nothing else over on that side.
You know, I know the title is supposed to be Drive, but it kind of looked like an L, so it's like Drivel. It's like, no, the twist is pretty good, game. I mean, don't be so mean on yourself.
So, originally, this is actually where you get Beowulf. Over here on the cliff where Virgil fell off. They would just sort of be floating in midair here, and you'd grab them and pick them up. And you actually... They force you to get them because there's originally a Beowulf combat educator blocking this doorway. So you need to pick them up and go back to the time statue, and then you can leave. And hidden back here is usually a red crystal thing, but again, I've gotten it. I really wish they'd stayed around because they're fun to beat up.
I do like low battery lives comment. Evil Dad refused to die until the exposition was through.
I mean, that's another hint, I think, almost. They're both the most expedition characters in the game, right?
Yeah.
So now we're at, what's the name of this place? Oh, it's just Subterran Lake. It's boring. So we're here, and like this little thing has fallen over, and we can make our way back over to the caves and the sunken opera house. So you might think, oh, you're supposed to go, there's literally nothing there. You can't do anything there. There's no reason to go there. It's a complete waste of time. I don't know why they even have it like a special path they made for you to go there. Even the enemy pattern is the same as it was. And here's where the impossible laser thing was, and here's why I had to pick Royal Guard for this mission that we didn't do last time. It's target practice. Don't let a single enemy escape, so we need to kill every single person. And doing this normally, you'd think you could just snipe them, but you simply cannot snipe them fast enough. Using it normally. But if you cancel with Royal Guard... Oops. There we go. Uh-oh, did I not get it? Okay, I think I got it.
The spinning ghoster.
This mission gets harder the higher difficulty you're on, since they have more health. I think. I think on Devil May Must Die difficulty, it's almost impossible. You need to do some fancy charge shots. Stop, no, one more. Ah, I screwed up. Ah! It's the last couple that are really hard. You can do that with, it's probably easiest with Gunslinger, actually, using charged pistols, where you just keep jumping and charging and firing. I won't make you wait through that again. I gave him my best shot. Oh, I think in this room you get... Oh. No, you get to see the Fallen. Awesome. Great. Best enemy in the game. Here we go.
For it.
So these are kind of the Sin Scissors of this game. They go through walls. They've got a couple different gimmicks. One of their gimmicks is that they have wings that protect them from damage. I've already broken them. You can either wail away at the wings to break them, or hit the wings while they're attacking as a counter, and they'll break faster. And their other gimmick is that they swing their thing around ridiculously right above your head, so if you ever try and attack one of them, the other one will hit you. And you pretty much just have to sit around and wait for them to be done attacking. They're super not fun to fight, frankly. They're very Devil May Cry 1. Thank you, Camel. And that you sort of have to sit and wait, and you're supposed to use guns a lot. Oh, and here's him regenerating his wings, and the other dude regenerating his wings. I'm gonna break him right away, though.
They got torso faces.
They do. That's where they keep their faces. That's where angels keep their faces.
Good place to put them.
This is actually kind of the only
line with a lot of ladies. I just point to my head. It's like, this is where I keep my face.
Tell me more.
It's worth noting that they can and will attack you through the walls.
Of course. The design kind of reminds me a little bit of like Bayonetta enemies. Like,
yeah, they're a little like it. They are explicitly named as fallen angels rather than demons, so...
Makes sense.
That's what happens when angels succumb. You're just like, well, time to grow torso face.
Well, to be fair, descriptions of angels are pretty... Like, that could be an actual, like...
True.
Let's see. For who fell... A demon... Wait. No, sorry, the description kind of gets it wrong and says it's a demon who fell from grace for lying and deceiving its victims. But I'm assuming they mean an angel, and they just don't know what they're talking about.
You for a demon, you sure are a jerk.
They're one of the... They might be the only enemy who is weak to Yamato, if you're playing as Virgil. Because Yamato is dark element. And they're light. And I think it's them and Beowulf are weak to Yamato. Oh, and I should mention, Beowulf has, the weapon has a light element attack, which, the big guys with the sides, they're weak to it. So it's really good against them, and I think that's it. I don't remember who else is weak to it.
Yeah, what you were saying about how actual angels are described, that's one thing I liked about the A Wrinkle in Time and Wind Through the Door books, is that it's like, oh, an angel's here, like, oh, this, like, a cherubim is here, and it's just, like, a massive wings and eyes,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, good job, you actually did it right.
If I remember correctly, the enemies in Bayonetta, some of them are actually, like, verbatim descriptions of angels from the Bible, I think? Or from somewhere. It might not even be. Maybe it's from Dante's Inferno, for all I know.
Well, no, the ones in the Bible, like, there isn't, like, there's no angel that's just, I mean,
right.
Of the ones that were just, when they are actually described, and they're not just taking human form or human-like form, it's just like, yeah, they're just like, they got, like, horns and wings and eyes and shit, it's crazy, dude. You know, I think that's from Revelations, actually.
Yeah.
Verbatim what
It's
I
fucking
just
crazy, man. I mean, it's some translations, like, in the original Aramaic, it was that. It's just, they're fucking crazy, dude.
That's how it's translated in the NIV, the new insane version. Little Bible translation joke for you fellas. Enjoy.
That's so relatable for most of the viewers of the stream, I think.
Who's got 2 thumbs and went to a Bible college? This guy.
Okay, I'm just gonna counter this dude to kill him. No, I'm not. I'm gonna waste it on his block. He's gonna block it like a dick. The worst. That was the count? Oops, I'm gonna There we go.
Yaviz Sultan Salim said, I got that toast. Thank you. Thank you, Booze.
That should be like some online like list article thing where it's top 10 games to bring Bible college students out.
Wait, is there another secret mission here? No, there is not. Yes,
None of that angel Moroni garbage like from the normal part of the Bible. Is that I guess that's a joke. Like Moroni's only in the Mormon Bible, so I don't know what you mean. Maybe I don't get it. Yavu says that sounds like a clickhole article. Vortex.
I mean, I think it'd be pretty fun.
Oops, I thought I was using Swordmaster, and I'm not. Well, these fights are gonna be a lot more lame. Oh well. I don't think Nivon's fun to use with Royal Guard at all.
The Mormon Bible, aka the Book of Mormon. I'm dumb. Anyways.
I think it's called the Mormon Bible.
Just call it the Book of Mormon play spec script. Yeah.
Yep. Is it doing the music thing too, or is it just?
Oh yeah, it's
is.
this place does not have the right music. I don't know what it's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be the new battle music. For this section of the game, but it's
This is now the new battle music.
Yeah, darn. I really don't like using Royal Guard against these enemies generally, the chessboard enemies. You'd think I would, because they telegraph their attacks pretty well, but I don't know, I feel like they have pretty tight pretty tight timing for it. Oh, this is your first time seeing the Rook enemy. They suck and I hate them. There's a lot of that going around. With the enemies introduced in this part of the game.
That's how you do shit's real in the music.
Also, I bet you really like this camera. It's really good.
Oh yeah, it's really good. I like the through the
wall and everything. Like that's
It's
I've
like
always wanted to
Cooper
experience
watching
what it's like.
Dante.
I've always wanted to experience what it's like watching a fight through a chain link fence, and now I can.
Yeah. Hey guys, look through the wall. There's a kick-ass fight going on in there.
By the way, that chess piece that like was a bunch of tentacles that opened up, is that supposed to be a rook?
Yeah, that was a rook. It opens
okay.
up into tentacles. Its two abilities are it has lasers that it shoots out in 4 directions, and then it gets and it can move pretty far, which is sort of representative of, I guess, moving fire. I don't know. But it's got 4 lasers, and when it uses lasers, sometimes it stays still, sometimes it slides across the ground in a direction, which can be really tricky because you won't know which direction it's going to go in. You mostly just want to be in the air, or it's probably going to hit you. Because it decides what direction it's going to slide in, like, the instant it does it. So, like, if you're just a little bit to left or right, it'll probably hit you. And then the other thing it does, which you probably won't see very much of, if at all, but it can open up and summon another chess piece. And there's a little hidden room here, which has, like, a pickup item in it, usually. That was interesting. He spawned on me.
I guess they spawn enemies because they're kind of like they're like castles. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. I think they also just didn't really know what else to do with them.
Well, yeah.
I think that's all of the basic chess pieces. And we'll meet the king and queen later. Don't worry about it. I know you were like really excited to meet the king and queen.
I was. I just didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to spoil it for myself.
Alright, I'm using Royal Guard. I forgot. I never used it against these chess pieces. Oh well.
Teenage Dream says, "Toast, my Mormonism is not a joke." I'm sorry. I didn't mean to imply anything.
If we hadn't gone to that other side room earlier, by the way, that door wouldn't have opened. We would have had to go back and fight that fight. Just in case you're wondering why did they actually fight over here. What? I was waiting to block those fireballs and they just vanished.
You got too far away.
I think they hit the. I think they hit the knight somehow, even though there should have been a clear path. The knight has a pretty big hitbox, I think. Anyways, right here, I think if you do all the rooms only, you'll get a blue orb piece after fighting this room. The other thing the rooks have is a lot of fucking health. Oops.
Oh yeah, there's.
Now we're here, and the puzzle over there is gone. Let me switch to Sword Master, which is way more fun. I think Devon is no fun with Royal Guard, because you can't really cancel it very well. Oh, Spiral makes this room a lot more bearable, because you can knock that dude down. And also Navon makes this room better, obviously.
Oh, it makes every game better, makes every
Yeah.
experience better.
I was about to say.
Oop. Whoa, almost got hit by those. Sometimes if you're really close, they will just shotgun all the arrows into you, and it does ridiculous amounts of damage. I'm pretty sure on the highest difficulty it can one-shot you even with this much health. No, don't do that. Oh, actually do that. I kept it up when I realized it was going to block those other things.
Like, if you end up, like, showing up to rescue Virgil, I hope you're fine. Wait, I can hear him, my brother's coming for me. Dante's still out there somewhere.
Man, can you even imagine if Virgil got this weapon? How lame it would be? So this room is optional. I think there's something here where there's like a blue orb or something, and there's an item over there. But I figure, what the heck? It's kind of a, it's actually probably the most fun chess piece fight in the game because they're all so clustered. And I can do this, which is really just satisfying as hell. Oh, nice. Nice jump, buddy. Really solid work. I hope you get promoted to, like, a... You don't get promoted, you're not a pawn, but...
I feel it's still kind of breaking the rules of chess, but with them being all clustered together in one little hallway. Fighting man.
Wrong weapons. There we go. How do you heal them, you jerk? Oh, it might also be worth mentioning, I don't think I mentioned it. The spiral does go through enemies, I'm pretty sure. It's not something you can make happen very often, but it does pierce them. Oops. Also, something you may have noticed, or maybe not, but there's a weird bug that I don't really understand why it happens, but sometimes, even after I've gotten Rebellion back from a round trip, or sorry, it's not a round trip in this game, it's a sword pierce, but even after I've gotten it back, I'll keep doing the kick, and as if I'm still unarmed. I don't really know what makes it happen, but it seems to happen a lot with the bomb. Anyways, the way we're supposed to go is over here and use this teleporter. And we end up back in Love Planet. And if we want to, we can go back to Dante's office for like some bonus fights, but we don't want to do that. I'll just end the stream by going over here and showing probably the best cutscene in the game, which I guess is it's a strong thing to say, but I feel pretty good about it.
I mean, there's already a run where you got the guitar. I mean...
Yeah, but, like, this is cooler. I think?
Wow. Wow. Wow.
See, Dante wanted to get to the top of the tower, so he went to the bottom of the tower.
Sure.
So he could do this.
Is that lady's motorcycle?
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
It was just left. I guess she left it.
Yeah! Yes!
Fucking yes.
That motorcycle's gonna kick some boulders!
Uh-oh. Demons.
Oh
Demon
no,
has
demons!
appeared.
What am I gonna do on my kick-ass motorcycle?
I'm gonna nunchuck motorcycle. That's what I'm gonna do.
Obviously! Don't be fucking stupid!
Hell yes.
This doesn't even make any sense anymore. I fucking love this cutscene.
I think I'm gonna have to agree with your assessment that demons only care about what looks coolest.
Yes. Maybe that's why Virgil's so moody. It's like, I'm all around these demons all the time, and they're just trying to be really cool, and sometimes I just want to read my manga.
There's a lot to be said about not screaming and flying through the air and riding motorcycles.
I think Yavuz sums up my feelings pretty well.
Yeah.
There's just two comments. Oh wow, hell yeah.
So, we've got a little bit of time. Do you mind if I show you the two final difficulty levels, just to show what they're like, real quick?
Sure.
It's not too late yet. I think I'm
It's
gonna
not too
stop
late.
it there, but I will show these. First is Dante Must Die, which is the hardest one. So what do I want to use? Actually, I'll stick with this loadout. No, actually, I'm gonna go with Beowulf instead of Valiant. So Dante Must Die mode, everybody does a little bit more health, has a little bit more health, does a little bit more damage. But the real feature is, if you're in a room too long, or once you've killed like 2 or 3 people in a room, the rest of the demons in the room will devil trigger. And they'll get like a bazillion% more health. Like, I think it's literally like 6% more health. Like 6 times, 4 or 5 times more health, probably, actually, thinking about it.
Wow.
And they do a bit more damage, and they almost don't stagger at all, and even if you manage to juggle them, they don't tend to juggle very much. Although if you get them on the ground and keep pounding on them, they'll tend to stay there. So you kind of want to evenly kill everybody a little bit, and kill them very quickly.
Kill everybody a little bit.
Instead of focusing on one person and doing it one at a time. See, the purple around them means they've devil triggered. And you notice how little damage, even from real impact. Real impact will kill these guys.
Yeah, it always seems like difficulties like this where they kind of... Basically, they just mean all of your abilities are almost useless, and the enemies take like 8 billion years to kill.
Yeah, if you don't fight this just right,
a weird choice for me.
you kind of have to just wail away. Like, even this dude, who I ordinarily kill with literally one combo, I need to wail away at in the corner. If one of the lusts gets changed instead, like, it can be really brutal and boring to just wail away at him in the corner forever. But I also feel like the way the enemies are designed, they didn't have a choice. Like, basically, all the enemies are super juggleable and cancelable. Like, giving them more health, more damage, more attacks doesn't really do much. Oh, here, this dude's got full health and is devil triggered. So you'll see how long it takes to beat him up. Oh boy. I mean, it's kind of fun to combo them sometimes. It takes a while.
Yeah, normally for higher difficulties, I like the idea of, oh, you just have to be just better at the game. Oh, what bullshit.
And these dudes, the sloths, who have like a lot more health, if you let them devil trigger at full health, like, just restart the level. It'll take less time. It takes a while.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like what'll happen on like on Skyrim, like the higher difficulties are literally just you do less. Each difficulty level, just the enemies have more damage, more health, and you do less damage. And it's like on the higher difficulties, like it just becomes just like, I guess I just gotta hit this guy a million times now. Like,
Yep.
all right.
Yeah, there's a point where like you're good enough at comboing and avoiding damage, it doesn't really get that much harder. So they had to do something like this. And the thing is, Devil May Cry 1, not that different. Devil May Cry 1 had a timer on screen for when they would devil trigger, and they didn't devil trigger when you killed only a few people. They would only devil trigger based on time. But it was a really good difficulty level. So it's really just the enemy design that makes it not work in this one. Because it's not all that different. I'll just beat him as fast as I can. I'll do the Killer Bee cancel. Killer Bee is the name of the dive kick. Just to show you how much damage that does. This dude is vulnerable. to Beowulf's damage, so it does more damage, but it's still just a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh god, is he gonna kill me? He might. Yes, he's gonna kill me. Oh well,
no.
whatever. And I can show you the game over. I can't show you the game over screen. If I show you the game over screen, the game will crash. I was like, oh, I can show you the over dramatic game over screen. No, I can't. It's not happening.
Maybe we should make that the very end of the stream.
Yeah, I can do that. In fact, I can do that really easy. Heaven or Hell will take a lot less time to show off. Let me just save real quick.
So, what is the difference between Heaven? Because you said Dante Must Die is the hardest.
Yes, and once you beat Dante Must Die, you unlock Heaven or Hell, which is... there's two things about it. I think it uses the same enemies as Very Hard. But there's two big changes. The first big change is that you die in one hit.
Oh, right.
That's the Hell part. The Heaven part is that they die in one hit.
Oh.
It's really every single enemy in the entire game dies in one hit. So you can just do, like... Here, let me get out of it. Let me let them spawn.
Does that apply to bosses as well?
Yes. So Nirvana is now the hardest enemy in the entire game. Because you have to break her shield first. So she gets like 2 attacks on you. Like, look at this guy. He's gonna... Oh, here I come. Here I come. Oh, no. Dumb.
This is stupid.
It's a really dumb mode.
Well, I like that though, because it's nice. I do like modes where it's like, okay, you've beaten all the hardest versions or whatever, or like hardest thing. It's like, it's almost like a new game plus, where it's like, well, now you're overpowered and you can just blaze through this shit.
Oh, here. So I'll show you the game over screen. It's not much to look at, but what the heck. And you'll also see the other worst enemy in this game, which, as you might imagine, Enigmas are pretty terrible.
Oh, yeah, they will be.
Yeah. The worst. So let's hit end, and then you'll see this Resident Evil-ass looking rendered thing. Rest in peace.
Ow.
And then a black screen that never ends, because on the PC port it doesn't know where to take you. And that's it. It's just fucking done. It's done. It's soft-locked.
Beautiful.
Amazing port, guys. I love it so. I love it so much.
Well, you know, it's funny because that reminds me of we were talking about Typing of the Dead earlier, and the PC version of Typing of the Dead is literally just the Dreamcast game on a disc for PC. There's no quit. You have to go to Task Manager and manually quit out of the game to get out of it, because there's not a quit option because it's just a fucking Dreamcast game.
Yeah, I actually can't even alt-tab right now. I may have to like do something that would let me see. What happens if I hit Control-Delete? Task Manager. Oh, okay, I can get out. Good. I don't have to restart my computer. I couldn't remember. Kind of amazing that, like, I mean, I guess people don't really hit end, but like, God, they just didn't. Wait, did it restart itself? It did. It restarted itself. That's interesting. Oh no, it's just playing the opening cinematic, but I can't see it.
Got a million cursors going on.
Well, actually, I think I'm gonna have to restart my computer now.
Oh, are you kidding? Oh my god.
I'm not kidding.
Wow,
so
this really is a game over.
I closed task, and then it started playing the intro. Oh no, that's right. You can't do anything in the intro. I forgot. This is a different bug. If you do anything if the intro is playing, you can't do anything except watch it or hit escape to skip it. If you alt tab, it breaks until you hit escape to skip it. So now you see we're back. It's a functional game.
That's fine. That's how video game.
It's a perfectly functional game.
You know, it would have been a hassle, especially since you're streaming, but I think it would have been hilarious if it was like, the ultimate game over. You have to restart your computer.
God, it's such
it's such
what
a great port.
It's so bad. I think there were literally things I've forgotten to tell you about what I had to do to get it working, too. Like, I just don't even remember.
I think whenever you upload these VODs to YouTube, you should put it in the description, like, the list of stuff you had to do to get to work.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, chances are people are going to ask in the comments anyway, so...
Yeah, that's probably true. When do you guys want to finish this off?
When do you get time for your toast?
I'm pretty generally open. I mean, when are you leaving, Frank? Like, what's the deadline?
Next Friday, so...
Next Friday? Okay.
Yeah, like, we've got a while.
And
it's going to be one more time through. There's 7 more levels.
I think probably next Monday would be fine for me. I mean, earlier I think would be okay too, but you know, if we want to just keep the schedule going. What do you think?
I mean, Sunday would be no. Yeah, Monday's good. Monday's good. Right?
I mean, Sunday would be fine too.
I was thinking Monday might be better. No,
Okay.
Sunday I'll have more rest in me. Let's do Sunday. I won't be. Let's do Sunday.
Okay, are we gonna do evening Sunday?
Yeah, middle of the
Okay,
day Sunday.
yeah.
I definitely couldn't.
Is your
but
computer
evening
going to be working? Game just put a virus on it that destroys your...
Yeah, and then Sunday evening. That would be perfect.
Yeah, okay, well, so we'll finish off Sunday evening, and then at some point in the future past that, we'll do Devil May Cry 4, and that half-finished beauty of a game.
We get to meet Nero. Ooh.
We do. Someone's been reading ahead.
I just know that's the
50
it's
demerits.
Oh no!
For Gryffindor.
No, Gryffindor's never gonna win the world, win the House Cup. Except
World
Dumbledore's
Series.
gonna pull some shit out of his ass at the end about bravery or something. I don't know.
Because they're my favorites, a billion points. to
Because they're the
Gryffindor.
main characters.
Oh, I guess I could show Bloody Palace real quick? I don't know if you guys want to see it. It's a bonus mode that they actually introduced in Devil May Cry 2, and then it came in for Special Edition. I'll just show it real quick. There are, I think, 1,000 levels to it, which
Why not?
sounds more ridiculous than it really is. Basically what happens is you go through it, and, well, let me just beat the level, and then I'll show you. Sorry, I just realized I hadn't thought of showing this, so...
He has to clean house before starting.
So if you go into the fire thing, you go 100 levels up. If you go into the electricity thing, you go 10 levels up and you get Devil Trigger. And if you go into the water thing, you go 1 level up and you get a health bar, a health drop. So, and then the goal I think it's 1,000. It's either 1,000 or 10,000. I've forgotten. But I haven't actually beaten it. It's pretty fun. It basically picks 2 random enemies, or random enemy types, and throws them at you every level. And then every, like, 200 levels, you fight a boss. And then after the boss, you're on the next difficulty level, and they'll act as if the enemies you fight will be in the next difficulty level. It works okay, but a lot of the enemy types mixed together in this game are actually, like, the worst to fight. Like, you'll get, like, enigmas and... like greeds that spawn things, and the enigmas just keep running away while the greeds spawn things, and it's really not fun. Or like stuff like that. It's pretty good. It doesn't work amazing, but it's cool that they brought it back from Devil May Cry 2, but only for the special edition. So
It's kind of a combo horde mode, boss rush kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Nifty.
I'm for it. Sort of.
So yeah, and then I think next time I'll show you some of the stuff in the gallery. The things that are actually worth looking at in the gallery will have spoilers, so I'll wait to show them. But
I see.
Good idea.
anyways, everybody, thanks for stopping by to my stream.
Thanks for double triggering.
Hey, you know what? Poor Tex for watching.
No, we're cut, banned, done. I'm hitting the stop button.